Hello? I think I'm here. I'm trying to be here anyway. Hold on. Let me change this to live chat. I apologize for the delay. Um, I actually don't know how long this is going to take for it to be where you can actually hear me. So I apologize if any of what I'm saying is being cut out currently. I'm a little late. I'm not going to lie. The idea of this stream made me kind of nervous. So before stream, I was like, oh, I'm not going to do anything productive. I'm going to be like a normal person and play like Valorant or something instead. And so I ended up playing Valorant for like 2 games. First one went by great. Bottom of the leaderboard like a champion. But it went very quickly because we had like a really competent team. Welcome, Holland. When could you start hearing me? Because I have no idea whenever like I was able to be heard. Because I don't know what I need to repeat and what I don't need to repeat. I need to learn the timing. Like I should actually come to like these future streams with like a stopwatch and like go like neat 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 and then figure out exactly like how long it takes for me to be like audible. And I did make sure that I wasn't muted this time. After the last time, it was a little embarrassing. Either way, welcome. I guess I can just repeat everything because that would be easier. The basics of it, just a little late. Had to reload the page to start, so you heard me immediately. Oh, I see. So you got like the that's how you cheat it. I wonder why YouTube starts late. Is this like a thing on Twitch where you miss like the first little bit of words? I'm going to be honest, up until this point, I have made fun of the like start screen. I'm not a huge fan of the oh, we're going to figure stuff out for 27 minutes before the stream starts, and then you just have like that start screen in the VOD. But I'm starting to see like a practical reason for it to exist. And it's called that I start the VOD, and instead of it being like a cool little dance track that you can vibe to while you wait for the beginning of the stream, instead it's like complete and utter silence. You're looking at the thumbnail, which my thumbnails are not meant to be looked at for that long. They're meant to call you in, such as a Katamari with the word balls and an exclamation point. It's called, it's a higher form of comedy. And that's what is supposed to draw people in. However, as soon as you like start to look at it and think about it for a little too long, I think that the dream kind of falls apart, and all of a sudden it's not so worth it anymore. Either way, here's my setup. I decided, well, not decided. I mean, like you're doing a hand cam where you're putting a thing together. It's just kind of going to be at your desk. Sorry, my voice cracked like I think 3 times in the past 3 words. We're going for a high score. We're going for 1 crack per word, which should be about, I wonder how fast I can talk. Maybe like how many words could I put out in a minute? Probably like hundreds, right? Like a few hundred cracks per minute where like my voice is completely in shambles. I wonder if they go up in like extreme like crackness exponentially, where it starts as like a little bit and then it goes a little bit, and then it goes like higher, and like you can't even understand me at the end. Like we're going into the complete delay where my voice is unstable. It's kind of like a post strep throat kind of sound. Do 100 quips per minute. I don't think that I could hold that together. We could try whiplash. We could do jackbox. Jackbox would be the way to test that. I just don't know if I have the wit for that. I think that my wit level, and like it's kind of what I've been hoping will carry me, but I think that my wit level is kind of just basically average. Like slightly above the average person, I think, is my wit. Where like the average person can respond to something like in time, I can respond to something like 1 to 2 seconds faster than other people can. But the problem is that a lot of my responses, they're complete nonsense. And then if like I'm having to go through it, which I don't know why, actually, I'm going to pivot here for a second. I've been holding my hands under the desk. You're supposed to be able to see these things. The grippers are supposed to be on display. But it just feels like such an eventful thing. And I know that you've technically already seen like a finger because I needed to move my mouse to click on the live chat. I genuinely thought about like doing that under the desk, like holding the thing down. Good morning, welcome Toto. I don't know what time it is for you, but I know that it must be like some disgusting hour. I did get to see a little bit of your Need for Speed, and it was very exciting. But then you're like, oh, I'll watch after my thing, and then I like left already, and I wanted to respond and be like, that's not starting for like another 4 hours or something. But I was already gone, and then I think I would have felt weird to reopen and be like, oh, actually I was still there after I said like, oh, I gotta go now. But you get the idea. The hands are still below here though. It does feel like an eventful thing, because while I'm not like, you know, it's not like I'm a VTuber, I need to hide every single piece of myself. I've been completely, well, for a very long time, completely faceless, imageless, nothing. I've been a void of personality, and a void represented by nothing. You come to the stream, you get an extreme like nothing, and then you leave stream having gained nothing nor lost anything except other than time, unless you were doing stuff with that time while watching, which is probably the preferred way to like consume content like this. So if you do it that way, then I suppose you haven't lost anything. But if you sat here like glued to the screen, listening to every single word, reading all the chat messages, then I deeply apologize for all the time of yours that I have wasted. Either way, this is my desk. I have a bike and desk mat. I've decided to go for the right side of the desk mat, because it was, you know, it feels a little bit more YouTube friendly. I don't know like how much YouTube cares. The Nothing Burger stream, love it. Yeah, unfortunately, there's just no burgers with it. So you don't really gain anything. You go to McDonald's, you get something easy. You come here, you and then you move on. And that's like the whole experience. I'm gonna put my hands up here. These are my hands. They're very small hands. I'm about to start reviewing them apparently. I just don't know what to do. I don't think you can understand. Like I don't want to say like it's a unique kind of nervousness, all right? So like instead of just like pre-stream like, oh, I don't have time, there's only like 10 minutes to do this, there's only 10 minutes to do that, so then I end up doing like none of that, and I'm like vaguely, not vaguely, I'm just like emptily looking at like either Twitter, or I'm just staring at OBS for 10 minutes before the stream starts. That's why I had to go for the pre-stream Valorant, which ended up delaying everything by like so long. But here's the hands. I talk with them. I tend to move them actually quite a bit. So this has been interesting. And like now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, if I were to talk like normally, I would probably be like right here. But that's not so exciting. So now that I'm like looking at the setup, I'm like, I'm gonna strangle you to death. You could like go all the way up here and then it's over. But unfortunately, we are not here today to strangle. Those are the hands that beat you in Mahjong, only a little bit. You're threatening me with a little water gun right now. Little do you know that I got great control of these things. All right? You watch out, pal. Because, hold on, there's the camera. You're gonna get nipped in the bud. Either way, back off. I don't think so. You a big fan of castration? Because you're about to be. We have before I start, by the way, let me thank some people. Thank you, Holland, first of all. This hand cam is not mine. You are not mine. You are Holland's. And he's the only reason that any of this could have happened, because I borrowed his setup. He has the hand cam and I needed it. Also, I have a file. This file was donated to me by Jury, so thank you, Jury, for donating the file to me. it made like everything possible. And then also, we've got the I used the little PNG in the thumbnail this time, so that's Vino. So as always, thank you, Vino. And I guess without like any further ado, I guess I can just show the guy on stream now, which I'm gonna like knee my desk. I would have to like actually pull it up like 5 whole feet like to end up hitting the desk. But I'll find a way, and then like the camera will fall and you'll be staring right at me and I'll go ah, and I won't be able to handle it. The title, building Epyon with my hands only. What do people build with them usually? Well, I just don't want to like exclude people. So I feel like there's a certain value of being able to build Gundam with your feet. I think if you could do both hands and feet at the same time, that would be the ideal. Also, I apologize if the stream is too quiet. I honestly did not think of like putting in music or anything like right before. So like I completed my Valorant game at like 6:31. Maybe about 6:32, I was thinking, oh wait, this is going to be really quiet, isn't it? And so I have like my Spotify playing for me softly in the background, but obviously you can't hear that. And I don't think that they would like let you hear that at the very least. Or like all 0 of my dollars would just get sent to like 20 different record labels or whatever. But that's not what we're doing. If I do need sound, I can go searching. I don't mind at all. Just let me know if this is too uncomfortable. This might be a little too intimate. You sound decently loud at the moment, like actually too loud, or like or you can just turn it down and then you'll be okay loud. Am I like peaking? Because I don't know what that means for me. I sound fine. Okay, good to hear. Literally, I guess. Either way, I'm behind you now. Welcome, Umaru. You are here. There's nothing too exciting about it. I guess unless you really like some like Vienna sausage-sized fingers. My hands are like stubby, like actually stubby. They do look stubby on camera, and that's because they are. I feel like some hands get the effect where it's like, they're tiny and stuff, but they're actually not that small on camera. Mine are that small. I frequently lose the competitions. Either way, Epyon, very cool, right? That's more reflective than I thought it would be. Good thing I didn't have it pointed towards directly at my head. Epyon, and then below, waiting down in the depths, the cave. I'm gonna pick it up that way. Is Epyon again, but in booklet form. It's something incredible. Take a look. And then, like, you can just see that. Last night, I was testing what quality did you put this webcam at? I don't know if that means good or bad. The webcam is whatever the default is. Does it look fine? Or is it like impossible to see everything? What's it like? Here for the reveal? Unbelievable. It's incredible. We need more light. Oh, is it too dark? Let me know. I can turn that up. Let me see. It looks fine. The light, it's probably poor. The light is very poor. So like all I have for light is my like overhead light. And that's really all I can do, except I can where's that at? No, this isn't what I need to mess with. I go in here. I go to the filters. Then we go to the color correction. And then maybe I just pull that gamma up a little bit. And then maybe turn that brightness up a little bit. And then does that look any better? If you can, you should turn off auto brightness. How do I do that? I have no idea. Can I do that within OBS, or is that like a separate program? Because I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. But I guess while that is being answered, What camera are you using? I'm using whatever camera Holland handed me. It's some kind of Logitech. Right-click webcam properties and then configure video. Configure video. Auto brightness is not clicked on. It looks like auto brightness is just set to a default number right now. The only thing that auto is turned on is white balance. Should I turn off white balance? Would that help? This is the exciting kind of content that people come for. Look at the Gundams, and then we can see untick white balance. Okay. Unticked. Okay. Did it change anything? Because it is now unticked. Should be able to just hit OK now, and then that should hopefully do something. Does it look fine in the thing? It won't go crazy with the lighting as much. Okay, is this too bright or does this look fine? Let me start opening these. Which honestly maybe I should have done already. We'll get them all just out, I think. And then we'll have them ready for use. I guess I just have to set this stuff like kind of awkwardly behind me. There's the stickers, which is incredible. I would say, well, not really. I kind of hate them a lot. There's a unique kind of feeling with Gundam stickers where they make me incredibly miserable because you have to be incredibly accurate with them because they're tiny. Also, I do have tweezers, but I didn't grab them. I also do have panel lining markers, but I'm not even going to mess with that today. Today will most likely... it's funny watching me talk with the hands earlier in the VOD. That's what I was saying before. I feel like half of my language, so much of my language, is done through my hands. Take a look. Take a look. Got some stickers for some eyes and stuff. The autofocus is pretty good. But the hands, they just kind of move. And it extends into other facets to where I'm not only just vibrating at the hand, it extends to, I'm gonna say probably like a 50% split. If I'm just talking to like a family member or a roommate or whatever in my own place, I'm usually like pacing around or doing something. I don't tend to just sit still while I talk. Either way, here's all the things. I'll take the box off screen if you don't mind. Because now the focus shifts. The focus shifts to all of these. However, we do need the instruction manual. You'd be a great salesman. That would be incredible if I had something to sell, but unfortunately, we're kind of just going at it poor right now. It feels so awkward because I need to if I want to have these on screen and I want to have this on screen, which I guess I don't need this on screen, but the space is tight here. We're kind of claustrophobic. And I don't know if you've noticed, but 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of layers here. I've realized the potential of Handcam 2 is you can do some weird stuff with this thing as well. Maybe I'll show you later, but I was sending screenshots to Jury of it yesterday while I was setting things up, and I made myself purple, which I didn't know would be something just easily accessible, but it certainly is. Oh, maybe we should start. Let me move my mouse out of the way. We kind of were full on Willy Wonka maxing. So where we begin, and I have no idea if you can read this or not. I have no idea what the quality of the camera is like. I hope it looks okay. Slaps roof of car salesman. If only I had a car. Well, maybe we can sell the Gundam. Maybe it would be a transformer, and then it could go car. So we need H. H is the first letter. Not in the alphabet. Let me set my drink here. I hope you don't mind. It is in shot, but I think that'll be okay. We'll just, try not to spill it over. I've noticed something uniquely difficult about desk mats, where obviously they're comfortable. Oh, they're great for playing a game or whatever, although like I was getting yelled at before because there's like an extra nerdy layer about like desk mats where if you're like super into shooters or whatever, people will go like, oh, but is the friction okay? And I guess like the expected level for like gamery desk mats is they'll actually be like ice. You go onto an ice level in the video game, and then you like move forward once, and then you go, and then you like fall off the side and die. I knew you weren't joking about Coke yesterday. I told you. I'm hard, man. I'm hard. H29, H31, H30. It's been a long time since I've built Gundam. Let me take a look. We have 12, 25. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get closer actually without shoving my like ugly head into the frame. Sorry, Coke, you have to get a little bit out of the way here. Can I like shove my chest into the angle? Don't you feel paranoid with the bottle open? I've been through a long, prosperous life, Toto. The life experiences, I did used to knock these over, but I'm past that point. I don't do that anymore. There's nothing to worry about. I'm like a professional now. So from what I understand is that Jury was telling me that I need to cut these things far away. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Because before, whenever I first started the Gundam, I was going like directly in. The color of the Gunpla will blend with the desk mat. I would recommend keeping snapped pieces in the box. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I will bring the box forward, and then whenever we need that, I will have it available. I don't know if it'll be like completely visible to you, but hopefully that will be okay. You are not? What do you mean you are not? You're not what? You're not paranoid with the bottle open? That's good. I'm glad that you feel confident in my abilities, because I know that I am. Also, I wasn't sure if I should be like completely paranoid, because with the hand cam, there's a camera here. I'm physically in the space. I don't want you to be able to see like my head or my body or anything. So part of you, like especially if you watch like a whole lot of VTubers or whatever, you're like, oh, I'm gonna wear like the full, like I'm gonna have a poncho, like full blacked out poncho. It's gonna be like stuffed under some rubber gloves, and it'll look like I'm about to do surgery. And then also I'll be wearing like a hoodie with like a bandana or something on my face, and I'll have like some ski goggles over my eyes. They're like sunglasses, ski goggles. They block out the sun, and they're like full tent. You can't see anything in them. You'd get pulled over if you had them on your car. But I decided that I would keep things simple and try not to look like a murderer. Blue thought about wearing a ski mask for the stream. I wonder, that just sounds so miserable, to be honest. I think as long as the camera doesn't drop, it's actually very hard to get in the frame by mistake based on how close the camera is to your desk. It is very hard. Because, like, part of me... okay, so, like, part of, like, the idea for me, the hand cam anyway, what was appealing with it was that, oh, look, for the first time ever, you'll be able to see, because, like, whenever I'm playing games or whatever, sometimes, and this happened during a Signalis stream, it's like one of my moments that I think on a lot, because it's, like, specifically affected by, like, what I am doing physically. And that's because during the Signalis stream, I started talking about Shanty Fest or whatever at the Renaissance Fair. And I was going through the process, and I was talking about, like, oh, I can hear them and stuff, and I would pick up my hand, and I would, like, put my hand up to my ear, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to hear them, and I was doing that. Like, imagine this is my head, and I'm like, and, like, trying to show you, but you can't see anything because you can't see my head, nor do I want you to see my head. But because of that, like, the game completely stopped because, like, oh, both of my hands, I got my keyboard over here. Sorry, I was about to knock over a Coke Zero. I've got my keyboard over here. I got my mouse over here. My hands are up here doing, like, impressions of world leaders, and you don't make any progress off of that. And so for 30 minutes I was just standing still talking about shanties, and turns out that that's not the greatest thing for somebody that like wants to watch the video game. And also it might not be the greatest thing for like whenever you're trying to cut a Gundam up into pieces. We're 30 minutes into the stream now, maybe a little less than 30 because I did start late, probably like 25 minutes into the stream now. I have not put the nipper to the point that I need to cut a single time yet. So let me do that. We'll go ahead and cut H29. I'm kind of scared of where I need to cut this guy, because if you take a look at this, actually, take a look. Can you see that? Hold on. Where's my thumb? There's my thumb. There's like a little divot in there. Am I supposed to cut in front of the divot, or am I supposed to cut behind the divot and then just like start yanking on it? When do I file it down? Do I file it down like immediately, or do I just file it down whenever it's kind of ugly? I felt like I wasn't confident going into stream. For full transparency, I was like, oh, maybe I should watch something before my stream to figure things out. But then I messaged Jury before, and she was like, I didn't have to watch anything in preparation. So and I was like, then I don't either. Check the manual. That's a good idea, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't think of that. And true, I do need to cut ahead of the divot, I believe. This will be where I cut. And then maybe I can cut right there. Oh, hold on. You see? Oh, it was already just through. It's shocking how, like, no, I got the cheap god hands. It's shocking how even the cheap god hands just slice through. And I know that it's just like little thin plastic, but like, you know, I still expect there to be some resistance, but there's just nothing there. Oh, you don't even have to worry about it. It goes straight through. Melted butter. Do you know, like, whenever you're trying to make like toast or whatever, there's like certain kinds of feelings to the butter where if it's, and I don't think it's actually a duration thing. I'm actually not sure what decides it. Oh, that one was kind of thick. But most people only focus on the numbers and letters in the manual. But you should always also look closely at the images as well. That does just make sense. Because like you can end up... I put together one Gundam kit before. And it was the Forbidden. And with the Forbidden, how many streams of this do you plan? Right now, to be honest, I only have this one planned. I don't know if this is fun enough, then maybe I'll get the camera, or I'll buy a camera. That way I don't have to keep mooching off of Holland. If this is fun enough and it's like well liked enough, then I can buy my own camera and then try to go for it then. But as of right now, this is the only one that is planned. It's just like a one-off for fun kind of thing. And then like if it's not fun and it's horrible and awful, then we can just like never do this again, and I can keep it in my spare time. I know some things are meant to like just stay as hobbies, is what I'll say. I guess we'll just cut that off, and we have a little bit of thing there. Let me where did I put the file? It's kind of hard because like it's a glass file, which means, you know, it's a little see-through, so it's a little hard to see, which like feels like uniquely bad. I kind of like it though. What's interesting is that the front face, you can like kind of, one side is like has the rough edge on it, and then the other side is like actually just like completely smooth, which makes it like a unique experience. Let me hold on, Umaru, you were just right. It did blend directly into the desk mat, and I couldn't find it for a minute. I guess we can just try scraping this down a little bit. We'll see how that goes, because the nub is kind of pointing out, and I guess you make it smooth. I guess that's the point of the file, right? Let me do it in front. You can kind of see like how a craftsman works. It's the difference between like an Indiana Jones fictional character versus a real life architect, where they're going at the ground and they're And then Indiana Jones is like blowing stuff up, and then like boulders are falling from the sky and killing people and that kind of thing. It's a little less exciting, and the Gundam is not like blowing things up or killing people. But you know, it's the proper way to do things, and you have to have respect for the process and the people that participate in it. I'm trying to, it feels so unnatural to be like, oh, let me hold directly out as far as possible. I have to have like the 45-degree angle at the elbows, which feels like I'm kind of just revving up to do like a bunch of curls or something. And so because of that, my body is like, oh, did you plan to stream without music? That's the problem, juries. I didn't plan. I didn't think about the music part of this until maybe a minute or two before going live, and I decided that I probably shouldn't spend a whole ton of time just looking for music. So if it's bothersome enough, if everybody wants music, I can go find some royalty-free music, and it would probably be really easy. Otherwise, if y'all are okay, we can probably just like sit in silence throughout like the throughout the whole stream. Not in silence, but you know, we're like a library that is having an event going on, so we're allowed to talk a little louder than usual. But you know, you still don't want it to be too loud, so you don't do anything. You stream without sound? Without sound meaning like, because you have music, right? Yeah, you do have music. And I remember like tuning into a stream, and then like sometimes I'll notice it. Oh, without sound on your end. I see. So you can't hear. Yeah, I don't have, actually that's a lie. Spotify is going in the background at like a volume because I didn't want it to distract me, but I was like, I'll have something going just in case I get a little nervous. It'll help with the nerves and the anxiety of doing something new and scary. And like, you know, if I were to like skydive, I would like to have a little bit of music going, but maybe not to the point where I'm going to get distracted and like forget to pull the chute and then like fall to my death. But we're okay. Enjoying without music, enjoying the Joe Bob ASMR. I just don't know if I work that well as like an ASMR. I feel like my voice is it's too loud. I think there's too much ups and downs, I guess. And my voice cracks too often. Nobody wants a voice crack in their ASMR. And then like I don't know. I just don't think that my voice is like geared for it. Let's go for the next one. We're gonna make cut number 2 a whopping like 40 minutes into the stream. Hold on, I can't find where it's supposed to be. We're supposed to get 30, 31, and 44. It feels a little ridiculous that we're making the jump from 29, 30, 31 to 44. But sometimes these things feel like they're put together a little sillily. Sillily probably is not a word, but it does sound like a town in Italy. And then I guess we make the final cut, and then we should be all good. Hopefully. Maybe we'll make it just a little closer. Oh, look at that. It has left the station. Where did I put the other piece? Hold on. The problem has already begun. There's one piece, real. Where's 2 piece? I just dumped it somewhere, I think. Hold on. Get myself a drink. Anybody see the piece? Is it even on camera? How did I lose it already? I should have listened to Umaru. I mean, it's not that I didn't listen to Umaru, it's just that I forgot. That's a problem. I was having... Oh, hold on. Blended in with the manual. It was right there. Can you even see that on camera? It's straight up just like inside of them, and it's like hidden. Like whenever you're trying to go through TSA without getting caught. Am I right? 29, 31, 30. Did I get 31? I don't believe that I did. So 31 is over here. We kind of got a little guy with a bunch of nubs that are like on purpose. So you have to cut it decently far, I guess, straight up on the arrow. It's nice that it's like made to be an arrow. Hold on. I'm holding it too tightly. We're back on camera. Maybe I should have had this pointed a little further out. It is safer on my end to not be seen. However, it's like more inconvenient for you because then like, oh, I'll break my wrist to like show you the cut, and you're like, all the way through. But then like you don't get the fun experience. And then I have to go through here as well. The numbers in the manual don't follow any order. It follows an order on the runner itself. It being on the runner does make sense, but the organization of the runners has always confused me a little bit. And I say always as if I have a ton of experience in this. To be clear, I have only done one, so I'm not qualified to have an opinion, but that's what it feels like, especially after the first one. My first guy was like a master grade, so maybe that validates me just a little bit. Let's go for the cut here, and then we're through. Okay, that's 3 completed. Already, we're like a mastermind here. Can't be beat. 44. It's funny that like the deciding one was just a real grade. Where did I even put the lid, by the way? Because I actually am kind of nervous, because what I was trying to say before was that like the desk mat with the friction, it gets like caught, and I was like trying to move it earlier, and I was like, oh wait, this is not moving as smoothly as a mouse. It's moving more kind of like rat style. And here's the lid. So we'll just have that for easy access. And we'll go at it whenever we need to. Which I'm sure it's now. It's on now. You don't have to be scared anymore, Toto. I apologize for frightening you in the first place. Where's 44? I suppose it'll be closer to the bottom. Here it is. 44 directly at the bottom. It's kind of got an interesting shape to it. You discover a lot about these guys. I don't know who dreams up the shapes and stuff that are required. You get like a uniform existence in Lego sets. So like you end up with like a Bartleby the Scrivener like type of build. And then with the Gunpla, they're all like quirky and different, and they all look weird, and you have to kind of figure out how to even piece these monstrosities together. We for sure need to cut down on this guy here. Where's the glass? Hold on, we found it immediately. This time, let me just go through and then file this guy down. I wanted to say sand it down, but I just feel like that's a little different. You know what's insane? What's insane? Please reveal. Excuse me. I apologize if I like burp directly into your ear. That would be like the most disgusting thing. I think I would like quit streaming, but it's always possible. Especially if I'm like two-handing the Gundam. I don't think I could recover from it. Is that nub supposed to be there, or is it supposed to be completely flat? Probably completely flat, I would guess. Good answer. Okay, that means we have to go quick. Hold on. Oh, no, I think the technique, actually, we hold it like this, and it's like you're trying to strike a bunch of matches. If your vid was 4K, that Coke would have doxed me. What? Could you see my face through it? Like, actually? Is that real? Did you make out anything? That is insane. It's a little frightening. You really took your time. White man. Oh, no. They know that I'm a white man. It's too much. No, LMAO. You said you know it's insane, and then you took 20 minutes. I'm trying to figure out what's insane. Whether I belong in a psych ward or not, or maybe like my method is unbelievably intense and smart. But instead I'm just casually like doxing myself. That makes things a little scary, because like I could bring this thing like anywhere, and like you could potentially just get a full face of Joe Bob. If that does happen, let me know, and then this thing will not be seen by anyone ever again, and you won't be able to prove that it happened. Because, you know, we're trying to keep a little bit of anonymity around here. We're all shaved down now. I think this is actually how it's supposed to be. that way of filing, yeah, it just seems like the easiest way, because like look at how small these are. How am I supposed to do that without like trying to like delete my fingerprints? And those things come back, so it's not even going to do anything beneficial for me. Like, I'm going to try to rob the bank and all I'll have is like, oh, my fingers hurt now and also my skin is peeling. And like then like a few days later my fingerprints come back in the exact same. They're like a root from a tree. You're not gonna cut a tree over and then like expect to just be like, oh, the rings, you know exactly how old that thing is. The identity is still there. You're like, oh, look at this 500-year-old oak tree. It is 70 feet tall. We ought to get rid of this thing to hide stuff. And then you start chopping that thing down, and then somebody comes along and they start counting the thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They get all the way to 500 and they're like, wow, look at what the world used to be. I can't believe that we've been pushed to this point. You have very skinny fingers. That would be helpful. My hands are like, they're kind of fat. You can kind of get the maybe you can have like a file for scale, but like I've called them Vienna sausage fingers, because like they're just kind of like, they're short, they're fat. Oh, I can do this though. Like I don't know if you can hear that, but like I can squeeze them and then just like crack them like that. That's the most that I can do though. I can't do any like the impressive snapping or anything. It's just like normal snaps, but like a lot. Let me go for, oh wait, I'm supposed to put these together. Where did I put the one? Here's 3 of them. The other one is honestly probably just hiding in the desk mat somewhere. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Welcome, Blue Skinny Finger Gang. It's just unfortunately not true for me. I can't participate in that club meeting. So we have H29 pointed out. It needs to go into H30, which needs to go into H31 and H44. Whatever we put in H31, which is this guy, H31 needs to have its back fin facing on the outside. This is the inside, this is the outside. But it needs to be pointed up, so I believe that this is actually this one is H30. So then we insert into the hole. Hold on. Insert. Hole inserted. Club meeting. Yeah, I think y'all probably like get together and then talk about how skinny your fingers are and how much that enables you. The Biken mat, thank you. It's a very good mat. It's very colorful. However, it is unfortunately like the same colors as Epyon. We're probably not going to be able to find these because I'm going to figure out how many pages are in this manual for Umaru. 22. But like, you know, a lot of these are just like adjustment. It looks like you're doing stuff up until page 19. It is a real grade, so it does make sense. I can't remember how many pages were in my forbidden. I guess at this point that might be forbidden knowledge, unless you like looked it up, because unfortunately I just don't feel like going to grab it right now, because then I would have to like stop speaking, and that makes me wildly uncomfortable. What is this? Did I like cut out the wrong slice? Hold on. 15 pages maybe. You were close. Just like a few pages off. Oh wait, unless you were talking about the forbidden. Forbidden was a master grade, so I don't know what the default is for a master grade. That is 44. I did cut out 44, but 44 looks so different from the other thing. Looks like there was a part that it said do not nip. We did not nip it, thankfully, but like there's like a little claw there, and here's the little claw, and it's supposed to come out this way. Hold on, we didn't already break it, did we? Oh, it would be like actually in character for me to have already messed it up on step 1, because I'm pretty sure if Holland was not platonically holding my hand during my first Gundam build, it would not have gone as well as it did, and there were still some like incredible mess ups in that one. Do you just like stick it in? Because it looks like there is space to be like stuck into. I just don't know if that's supposed to insert there. Let me recenter my hands. I'm sorry, I'm like having to force myself in. It is a little violent, like having to like get closer to. I'm having to move around more than I thought I would. Now you're getting like some shadow. Hold on, I'm trying to get my. Hold on, my mic arm is like drooping. I kind of have like a super goofy setup. Whenever my mic arm it starts drooping, I have it resting on my speaker so that it doesn't like fall over. So then whenever I move the mic arm, I actually have to just like adjust the speaker until it's like actually like at a comfortable spot. Otherwise, let me try to refigure this out. Except now you can see it mostly, I think. There's not really all that much to see. Unfortunately, you're just seeing like, oh, my pale white hands. By your estimation, if you continue at this pace, maybe it will complete in 50 hours. That's not bad, right? That's not bad at all. Ganbate. Oh. Well, I think that the Gundam is more about the experience than anything. So just going through it and then like slowly piecing things together and then seeing like your own work materialize into something beautiful. I think that's the point of Gundam, rather than rushing through it and like having to try to piece things together as quickly as you can, and being stressed about like people seeing how slow you're working and that kind of thing. Oh, hold on. I just flat out don't understand this piece, because the piece that they're showing looks different from the piece that I'm holding. And this is H. See? Hold on. That's the letter H. That is the number 44. Believe it or not. Hold on. Look. Hey. Look. Focus. You don't get to see, actually. Sorry. And theoretically, this is what H44. Hold on. This is what H44 is supposed to look like. I started scratching my monitor. That's what H44 is supposed to look like. And this is what H44 looks like in actuality. I don't know what this thing is, but it's certainly not what's in the manual. Unless we have like a different H somewhere when your teacher tries to get your attention. This worked last night. I was like snapping at it and pointing, and it would start to focus. But I think that was more for like the balance and stuff. Unfortunately, hold on. I have an idea. Make something bigger appear, and then it should start looking at it. Hold on. Pogger, welcome, Pog. Unfortunately, we're having some focusing problems. You have to go into properties and turn off autofocus. Good idea. Properties. Focus. We go to configure video, I believe. Camera control, focus, autofocus is turned off. But now, how do I like I guess I have to manually do this now, huh? Let me see. You have to, the scuff is funny and entertaining, thank you. Runner is hollow, not really good for autofocus. That's true. That is true. Let me see if I can get the focus like to a comfortable spot. I just don't know. Oh, that's not good. Oh, hold on. Look at that. That's clear, right? Isn't it? Hopefully you can't see like my my face anywhere. If I were to like, is that blurry? Is that blurry or does that look good? Or should we keep with autofocus? Oh, I can keep that up. This can stay up and I can just do it from here. It's like wearing glasses for the first time. Hold on, let me wipe off my glasses. I was thinking about this. I did like show my glasses on stream. I don't want you to think that I'm like a slob or anything. So I'm like cleaning them off beforehand. But I swear that I do like clean them like decently regularly and stuff, like a normal glasses wearer. But unfortunately, they do get like dirty and stuff. And I just want you to know that is not super common. But maybe you can. That's the prescription. How does it look? Do you see anything in there? If it looks good to you, then you might like need the same prescription as me. What's up? Runner is hollow? Not really. Oh, I already read that. It's like wearing glasses. I already read that too. And the sunglasses. And then jury. What's wrong with jury? Let me. Oh, hold on. We're done cutting. We are done cutting. We are not done focusing though. Hold on. We have to focus. For real? Can we please focus a little better? Oh yeah. Look at that. Cat dance. So true. Put the glasses back. Do you see anything? How does it look? Anything special in there? I know that you're wanting to test your prescription. There's the left eye, just in case you're getting a view of that. If you could you please put your chin on the device in front of you? Directly into the eyes. There's nothing that you can do about it. You've been left exposed. And that's how they get you. They put a microchip in there. And they track your every move and then see directly out of your eyes. It's a full conspiracy, believe me. I'm not lying to you. I just don't get it, actually. How is H44 not H44? How does this piece fit into the pieces? H44, so I don't see a nub anywhere on H44, which does make this a little different. A little blind, just a little bit. If I were to take off my glasses, check the runner again, runner being checked. Let's see. Oh. You know, Umaru, I think that you might be onto something, because unfortunately, for my own sake, I did not cut H44. I cut H45. This is H44 right here. You can't see that. Hold on. This is H44 right here. This is H45. This is what, hold on. This is what I cut. It's kind of like very difficult to like maneuver in a unique kind of way. I thought it would be easier to just like, oh, look. But you start like moving your head away whenever I go up there, and it's throwing me off, man. I'm not gonna do anything to you, I swear. Okay, well, we've been put onto the right direction. Let me throw H45 into the box where it belongs. We're just gonna take a drink real fast. Oh. Nice. Oh. Okay. And where is... We'll go here. Actually get 44 off this time. Well, like, not, well, not like that. You get the idea? Cut. Clean. Cut. Hold on, how close am I supposed to get? We can get as close as we want. As close as we please without cutting the guy up, obviously. Cut. And then we take another cut here. And we're unstoppable. Okay. Now, we just yank him out. Okay, cool. And so now he should actually fit in. He was an outcast before, but he belongs now. So am I supposed to have these little nubs on the side? I was about to shove my head directly into the manual. Thankfully, we did not. So I can just like shove it in from here, I believe. And this goes face up with this. This is already put in. So this is like kind of like that. And this is kind of like this, where it's a shoe going in. Gonna go away for a bit. Good luck. Thank you, Umaro. Thank you for guiding me up until this point so far, anyway. Have fun doing what you need to do. So it does not go into the shoe, but it does go into this hole here, I believe. No, it doesn't. Where does the shoe go? So we have 2 holes in there. 1 hole here, 1 hole here. 2 holes down. So this should go into here, I believe, right? Like that? Not like that? It's not going in. Is it actually supposed to fit in here? I think it is. I don't know why it's like pointing me at that. And the other, no, it can't, because the other half of the boot needs to go in there, right? Because this lines up with that, and then that goes in there. So that hole does need to be open, which does mean that, oh, I just needed to point it down. Sorry. It's a little difficult having to put these things together. I feel like an actual like construction worker sometimes working on these things, except like I guess if they were way worse. Going for the hold on. How do you line this up? Like that? Because now I have to line up the holes. Like that. Okay, something clicked in. Unfortunately, we've still got this gap here. We're gonna fight a little bit. We're gonna shove. I hope you get to look back on stream. Oh, is that a good way? Or a, sorry, your face was already in camera kind of way, and you need to delete ASAP. Ugh, compress. I'm gonna open my hands, and it's gonna be dust in there. Just you wait. Okay, we've got the imprints. That's the imprints of a warrior. Okay, can't really make anything out, but you would freak out. You could probably make out your face in the cola bottle. Oh, man. Well, we're gonna keep it there for now. We'll be okay. I think. If we won't be okay, then we'll find out sooner than later. Oof. Ugh. So we're talking more like an actual, just like good look back on stream, right? That one kind of wore me out. So, do you ever plan to cut down on the soda? Well, it is like, it's Coke Zero, so like it's not that big of a deal. It's 0 calories. So I don't really feel bad at all about like drinking it. I'm going to go for another one. Actually, it tends to just be like my comfort, like stream drink. I don't mind going through it at all. Coke Zero is a marketing thing. It's really not. It just works. Hold on. Oh, it looks funny too, because like my guy moves his mouth whenever it does the thing. So I open my mouth and go aspartame, yummy yummy. True. It works though, because like I mean I've been losing weight while drinking the Coke Zero. Obviously, if you don't drink too much, then you end up just being okay. And in all reality, I have not drank that much. I've only drank 1 whole one so far throughout the 40-minute course of the stream. So if we do like the math, that's only like well, it's been closer to an hour. It's only like 24 a day. It's only like probably like $20 worth of Coke Zeros every day. It's really not that extreme. People spend their money on worse things. Some people like gamble. They end up destroying their life like that. Some people like get addicted to like, well, I was gonna say Coke, but that isn't like the area that I want you to be thinking about. So some people get addicted to nondescript drugs. And that's not me. Things are alright here. I had to do this twice. Hold on, do we have 2 44s? We've only done it once. Do we have 2 H's? Oh. Man, okay. Hold on. We definitely finished the second foot in less than an hour. The first one only took things. Also, welcome Koi. I did not say welcome whenever you spoke. But do know that I'm thinking about you deeply and dearly every moment of my waking life. Let me cut. I don't know what to provide, because like so during like a video game stream, which is, you know, the preferred standard, I can rely on what's happening on screen, because then people do understand a little bit. And obviously it's not the gold standard of like game commentary where you're like, you enter the room and it's like, oh, the enemy's right there, there, and like I need to shoot them and get away. But sometimes that's what you need to do so that you can focus on what you're actually doing, because you need to make a little bit of progress. But I can't really do that here, so I'm like thinking about, oh, I need to cut this. I need to read the manual. How do I check if I'm not like cutting the piece that I need directly in half, and then I'll never be able to use it again? How do I know that that's all okay? I don't. So then I end up just like going, we need 44. It will take about 3 cuts. Cut 1 time. Hold on. 1 time. It'll cut 2 time. It'll cut 3 time. And if you made a mistake, that's okay. We'll put it all together in a little bit. Maybe you can tape your pieces together, or do whatever you need to do to get your pieces to fit, whether that be builder's cement or glue, or maybe even a little bit of tape. I think that maybe we could use some Flex Seal. Oh, no, that is the correct side. Either way, that doesn't work. Coke Zero icky, it's just not true. It just tastes good. And I'm starting to like actually prefer it in a lot of ways. It actually tastes good. And like before I was a normal just Coca-Cola person. I think Dr. Pepper is kind of incredibly overrated. I don't understand why people rave about it. In Texas, you have Whataburger, which they do have like limited time shakes. For whatever reason, they kept the Dr. Pepper one for like 6 years. Instead of like going to the salted caramel shake like any sane person would prefer. And we kind of just got screwed because like a lot of people overhype this garbage. And then, you know, I do like Mountain Dew, but like Baja Blast is better. Some of the offshoots of Dr. Pepper are alright, but they don't compete with Coca-Cola. And then like, you know, Pepsi is like Coca-Cola, but like gassier and worse in every way. Provide you with my love and affection. Well, maybe if you took back what you said, just realize it started with the legs. That tends to be where you need to start. I do like Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. That's what I was saying whenever I think like, okay, some of the side projects are okay, but you know, it's like putting out like a song and then you end up putting out another one. You're like, oh, this is the B-side, and then the B-side is better than anything on the main album. And that's just how it is. What about garlic flavored Coke? What are you talking about? That's not real, is it? You're making it up like as a joke? Because I hope so. We put this, oh, wait. We need a little bit of a filer. We go in at this angle. Approximately, if we scrape as hard as we can now, we should be able to make comfortable progress at cutting down the edges. We have a little bit of fluff here. Maybe you'd like to put that on your sandwich. It's kind of like people going on. I was afraid that I leaned in. I'm going to lean in too far, and then it'll just be my head. And you'll be able to see like it's gross too, because I did test it, because I was like, how far do I have to lean in for you to just like see my face inch in front of the camera? And instead of like seeing, because you know, obviously you aren't going to see my face, you're going to see the top of my head like inch in a little bit, and then here's the top of my head inched in, and then you're going to see the nose poke out. And then I've got like you're gonna see like the poor attempts at like some facial hair growing, because we are in the testing phase again. Every now and then we have to do a little bit of rotation to see if we can get something growing beyond just like basic like stubble. What about garlic flavored Coke? It's a true flavor released. I just can't comment on it. I imagine the response that I should say is, oh, it's disgusting, because what else am I going to say? I can't defend it just because I like Coke and I like Coke Zero. I mean, it's just something that is despicable. Sorry, I needed a drink. Oh. Okay. Let me... I guess we did shave things down successfully. Well, relatively successfully. So we can go for attaching into. Oh, but we still need to shave this down a little bit more. Oh, hold on. I didn't read your message up there, Koi. I apologize. Best friend since middle school is diabetic, so he got you into the Coke Zero gang. Oh, you're agreeing with me, Koi. We're definitely just on the same side then, because it tastes good, 0 calories, not really any proven drawbacks. There have been studies done, but most of the studies are like inconclusive or just like, oh, it doesn't actually prove anything. It's all just funded by big sugar. The world is falling apart, man. How can we let this corruption take hold in the soda industry? You say that, not you, I say that, but there actually are like pretty wild stories and stuff from like fast food and that kind of thing, because I've watched TV a little bit before, and sometimes they have those can you believe I've watched TV? I've sat down on a couch and watched TV. It's unbelievable, I know. They have those like food documentary things where it's like, oh, this place versus this place, and it's like Dunkin' Donuts versus Krispy Kreme, and you find out like, oh, this guy's going into this guy's office and like stealing this guy's stuff, and you do a minor amount of corporate espionage, and then all of a sudden this place is out of business, and you buy this thing up, and it's like this horrible thing. That's why they make those into those like biopics and stuff, and why Ronald McDonald is going to be rewarded the Oscar for the next year. I don't know who will play Ronald McDonald. Maybe like Joaquin Phoenix. We need to attach this in a specific way, and I just wasn't looking. Okay. We assume that this is 30. This is pointing upwards. We do need to shave this down a little bit, but that can come later. This is pointed inwards, and I know that you can't see my hands. I apologize, but I needed to figure that out so that I could do it while you see my hands. And look, it's attached and shoved into place perfectly. It fits. I know that the other one barely fit, but that's okay. We'll be all right. And this is faced upwards. We do need to shave this down a little bit as well. So we're just gonna file a little bit. Try not to get rid of the skin off the top of my fingers. It's shaved. I kind of do want to show some of the because there's something incredible that can be done. And maybe I'll show you that like in a little bit. We do need to make a little bit of progress, because the boss is coming in and saying that I need to do like some actual work instead of just complete nothingness for the entire time. And we're kind of at the complete nothingness stage. I shoved my glasses into my microphone. I don't know if you could hear that, but I'm sorry if you could. This should go down, so you fit into this hole. Wait, what are you? Is this the same? It can't be the same, right? There was a hair in my Gundam. Don't eat it. How many holes should you? Oh, oops. You are not supposed to be that far forward. I know that for a fact. So I need you to come back out. Hold on, please, so that I can double check something. Yeah, you're just the wrong piece. That's why. Okay, you are correct. Thank you for being honest with me. Okay, we fit you into here. It's a struggle to get like the fingers into place. Oh, but you're just not flat. We need to file you down some more. It's a difficult process, back and forth. It's actually quite intensive. Let me shave this down. Okay. Making good progress. That probably looks awful nefarious off screen, but I promise you it's just standard filing, like anybody would do. And then we cut here. Well, not cut, but you get the idea. We continue to file down. Sorry. I need a drink. It's actually hard work. Welcome, Deception. It's oddly difficult. I don't know what the deal with it is. Ugh. Hold on. think we go for another. Just a prep. Oh, that one was kind of sad. Okay, we'll be all right. Here we are. Where was the piece? I dropped it. We did get it shaved down, so it should actually fit in this time. No outcasts left. Going straight in there. And then we twist and shout. I guess we can fit... No, because they're supposed to be... Oh, I put it in the wrong one again. That's the problem. Okay, here we are. Here's the correct one. This time for real. We have multiple holes inside. The up is supposed to be there. And then we grab from here and then just like shove that thing in. It's difficult to get it lined up. Excuse me. I apologize. Okay. There we are. Contact has been made and it's perfect. First contact and we're not going to get killed. Do we go in the underside or the overside? We go in the underside and then we it does need to be pointed down, I believe. Yes, because there has to be room there for it to... Well, not like that. Okay, hold on. Put it in like this, and then it should actually fit. Oh, maybe not. What did I do wrong? What is going wrong? Okay. Just... do we have to brute force it? Because this is wanting to point straight down, which is not gonna... Oh, I just have it twisted the wrong way. My bad. It's easy. Do you wipe with those hands? Usually. Welcome, Psycho. We go ahead and now we've made strong progress so we can actually put the foot together. This one took 10 minutes as opposed to an hour. So if we exponentially just continue on that path, we'll be done with the Gundam in like less than 10 minutes. Which I honestly think is pretty good time, even for people experienced like Umaru or Jury. We're making the strongest progress of all time. Let me continue to shave. It's unfortunate how many nubs you have to shave down. I think we go for the alternate method where you just shove it straight down, and then with a little bit of force, you go, and it'll go down on its own due to the pressure being surmounted onto it by gravity and my arms. Most efficient builder that you know, thank you. I'm honored to have received that already after 2 feet. Because that's all the feet that we need. Okay. And this should just click into place. Much easier than the first foot. I did it a lot better this time. I don't know what I did the first time, but it wasn't quite as good as this. Here we are. You won't believe it. 2 feet. Okay, Pog. Feet. I see. I just don't know if you want to look at like actual metal like that, unless you're going to be going to like the lead plates from the medieval times and directly licking all of them. I just don't know if that's the hill that you want to die on, because these things have been places, and they will be places. They're like actual murder machines. They have lightsabers. You aren't supposed to feel that way. D14, E10, E110, and E210. H can go into the box for now. Into the box to return at some point in the future. We can go for, here's E2. Edge, undo, edge. Here's F. We do not need F. We do know what E looks like, so we can just kind of like grab off of that. I believe we're going for D, right? D and E. This is A. This is B. This is, hold on, I can't find it. This is D. So we have D, and then we should have E right here. No, this is C. Oh, E's at the bottom. Okay, is this D? This is D, right? D, okay. And then E as well at the bottom. E1 and 2. Yeah, E1. Okay. Now we can go ahead and cut off D14 first, I guess. so that we can get it out of the way. It's kind of the biggest one, so we don't want it taking up like too much space for too long, just for convenience sake. I don't know if you've noticed, but the spacing here is just a little tight. You've only got from like here to here, the Coca-Cola bottles to not even over here. This could get cut off by the edges of the thing, and you might end up falling off the planet. The Earth is flatter than you think. Let me cut. And then cut. Speaking of edges, right? And then cut here as well. Then we've got our 14. How do you have 3 already? What do you mean 3? 3 what? Let me... what are we looking for? E10? E10? Oh, eaten. I get it. Well, I'm not really eating much today. Maybe we can eat some of the nubs later just to see what they taste like. Not actually though, right? Probably wouldn't taste the best. Maybe with some salt and pepper. Salt and pepper seems to be like the recommended like savior of most foods, so maybe it would be worth it. Let's not cut too close. Let me go ahead. And we go for E10. E10. Okay. Okay. I've already done this once, so I'm basically like an experienced master at this point with E10. E10, edge in, and then it's cut. Okay, I was a little scared there because I was like, oh, it's a thin piece, I'm gonna cut it like directly in half, and then it'll all fall apart, and then I'll be like tumbling down the hill, and there won't be any recovery. But thankfully there is recovery. So we take this on one foot. Here we have it pointing backwards. It goes on directly like a hat. Koki Fiend. I just don't understand why everybody wants to judge my drinking habits. I really don't think that it's that bad. Do you know how many calories I've gained off of like the 2 sodas I'm drinking? By the way, it's only 2. This one over here is still like untouched, which it won't be for long. I promise you that. This fits in directly right there. Okay. And then we take this, and then the little divots will fit directly into, like they were made for each other. Well, I guess they literally were, but you get the idea. Look at that. It actually looks like a little velociraptor that's coming to kill you. Hold on. No judgment, please. No judgment. I just think it's a little unfair that you would go for that. Hold on. Especially like whenever I'm doing all this for you. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Go over here. And then we do the same for this. Is there another D? Is there 2 D14? Because I only did cut one out, to be honest with you. Not to lie to you, but I only cut one out, and there's 2 feet. So is there another D? Oh, there just is another D. Number 3 on the way. Look, man. I'm not going into your home, looking through your cameras, and then judging what you do. I'm not saying, oh, look, that water there sure is bland. Why don't you have a nice room temperature Coke Zero? And maybe enjoy life a little bit. Maybe you could live things up a little bit instead of being such a buzzkill. Have a little bit of fun with your life. You know, you only live once and all that. Have a Coke Zero, excuse me. The Coke Zero is starting to catch up to me. And we take the file, and then we go here. And like I'm healthy, okay? Like I go to the doctor and they say, "Oh, well, your heart rate's a little high, but that's all. That's it." And I it's a genetic thing first and foremost, really, because you know, like some of my grandparents have like high blood pressure too. And I know that you're gonna say, "Well, they're old, so they get to have it," but like I'm pretty sure they had it like around my age too. And like it was a continuous thing, and like maybe my dad had a little bit of it too. It's real, okay? It's not affecting anything. You say, oh, you're gonna get cancer. No, I'm not. There's no proof. no scientific evidence. Look at that. 2 velociraptors, they hunt in packs. If it ain't mug, you don't want it? If you say so. Let's go for... Now we need A2. It's kind of making me hop around a lot. A is on this side. It's the goofy looking one. By goofy, I mean multicolored. We're kind of going for like an Irish kind of vibe that can't be matched. So this is A. Where's 2? So 2 should actually be 2 separate pieces. 2 are... What is this? Okay, do you see that? These things? That's A2. They're tiny. They're tiny, and I don't know like what it wants me to feel. Let me... Okay. I get it. I understand. I was a little scared of it. I've heard that these like translucent pieces, they're kind of like god hand killers. Like they struggle to well, you know, they cut like anything else, but then like you take the god hand away and then it reveals and Excalibur has been cracked down the middle and it is unusable from that point on. And then you have to go and then you get like some other brand of nippers because you're like, oh, I used it on the clear ones, even though you were probably warned at some point in your life, and you're a hater then for the rest of your life. We all know the consumption of corn syrup-based beverages are band-aids for the vibe void. I don't know what you mean by that. Just because I enjoy a little bit of Coke Zero doesn't mean that I've made it my personality. I feel like I have to defend myself a little bit. And maybe let loose a little bit. Because there's some real downers in chat here. I don't know where the second one went, to be honest. I felt it roll down my finger, and I don't know like where it rolled down to. Oh, I found it. That was very lucky. Here we are. That's 2 little green gummies that you can eat all on your own. Hold on. What if we actually tried it? What if we tried it? Sorry, I knocked a whole bunch of runners over. Let's see. They're not bad. They taste like plastic. They're not bad though. I have no idea if you could hear the crunching. Not bad at all. Okay, let me put you in here. Can you see my forehead? Please say that you can't see my forehead. If you can see my forehead, then this needs to be aborted as well. That is put in correctly. Okay, look at that. He's got a little shoe on. It's not put in correctly. Okay, you need to fit a little bit further in there, man. Can we not fight right now? I just want this to be a clean stream. There we are. Look, if you ask nicely. Oh, he's got the light up shoes. Every step he takes, the crunch came through very well. I'm actually kind of surprised. Like, I'm impressed with my microphone. It feels like it picks up basically everything. Also, I was kind of scared because I was testing all this stuff with let me show you. Oh, fitting in directly, no fighting at all. It just actually went in. Crazy. That one must have been cut down a little better. Is this supposed to be like popped into position, or what? Maybe it'll like be a little firmer, like a little like more attached later. But for now, I guess it does just stay loose. Maybe that's the way to go. Live a little relaxed. You don't need anything intense. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying not to dox myself. There's a little effect if it clicks in on the instructions. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So now we need A14 and then F10 and F10. So A14 should be on the white side of things. No, it's on the orange side of things. We're breaking into the third color of the Irish flag. Not going to be anything crazy here. It's just really small ones, so I'm trying to be real careful to not get the to not cut it up in the wrong spots. It's actually quite a fine thing here. Here we are. Okay. Right up against the edge. Bam, cut out. Did I get both? There we are. Both are freed from their chambers. And then now we only need F10? F10? Which one's F? This is D. You're not F. Okay. You're E. E. F is probably a black one, I would assume. F2. And we know that it has the little squiggly guys on it, so we can just go by that. It's kind of like playing a game of Where's Waldo. Do you remember the Katamari thing? Is this also F? It's way bigger. Why is this F like twice the size of the other F? One of them drank all the milk growing up. It didn't leave any for the other. Okay. Well, now we have 10. F10. Forward F150. Forward F150. Where's the 10 at? I can't read it. The problem with these like dark runners is that the numbers become like impossible to actually see. Especially whenever you have like light reflecting from the ceiling. My ceiling kind of has like the astigmatism thing where it's like, oh, let me unpin my gonna be a couple minutes late message. I'm clearly here at this point. So, oh, I think I just dismissed it. I don't think I can actually unpin it from OBS. I really don't feel like going into the other thing. Let me cut you down. And then we can cut you down as well. Okay. 10. That's 110. And now we go for 210. We're jumping up in the hundreds. That's how quickly we move here. Are we past the squiggly lines or before them? We're past them. Okay, it's the final piece in the puzzle. Except if the puzzle was like a goofy little robot guy. Okay. Full on cut up, man. It's getting weird because I thought like for the stream, I thought it'd be like sitting up with like the full posture like this. Because it would just be the most comfortable way to do this with my hands in the thing. But because of the camera and like the angle that I'm having to go at, I end up like slowly shrinking, and you get the full shrimpage on the back. It's a little uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie to you. And that's not to say that I stream with like a king's posture or anything. Well, actually maybe a king would have pretty bad posture, but I don't stream with like a monk's posture where like I'm like actually full on back and like, you know, you can feel every bone in your spine pop as you move. We aren't there, but like I'm not like this. I'm not like full on shrimped over with like the bottom half of my back is kind of. Are you still nervous? I wouldn't really say so. The only way that I could be like nervous, I think at this point where we've settled into like the comfortable streaming. I guess if you can call this comfortable anyway. We're trying for the comfort, but it might not be the best. But you know, the Coke Zero helps a little bit, don't you think? Like, it's good to have like a comfortable flavor that you can just return to. It's like going home and having like banana bread or something, where it's like you get the flavor, you get hit with it, and then you're like, oh, I can finally feel joy now. Even though like clearly a couple of people here aren't really feeling it, but you know, that's their problem. They don't get to feel the same joy that I do whenever I like live, you know. But maybe you all should live a little. Here we are. Let me shave you down a little bit as well on the edge, because like I left quite a bit of runner space there. Let me not do all of it off camera. I know that you desperately want to see the file. How's progress? Check it out, Umaru. We got a couple of little velociraptors, and they got eyes. They can see. They're like mecha velociraptors. It's like a velociraptor, but like but worse and more powerful. That was a horrible noise. Have you ever breathed and like instead of it like just breathing, you like suck in your throat, and then your throat attaches to the back of your throat, and then like it all freezes up? And that's what just happened. I've heard my cat do it before, but somehow I've managed to do it. And I apologize, but like it sounded gross, and I'm sure it was even worse on your end. I'm sorry. All I can do is like apologize deeply It was uncomfortable for me too. Is what I want you to know. Uh, what? How is this supposed to go in? I guess you just squeeze it in between. Doesn't really make any sense though. We're giving it the little iconic Gundam eyebrows, but for the foot. Oh, I think it's supposed to fit directly in there, but the room in there is tight, so you have to like fight with it like a lot. I don't know how you're supposed to get in there. Banana bread goated? It is. You should make some? You should. I felt bad because I had some bananas go squishy, but I've never bothered asking for like the banana because, you know, like obviously my family has a banana bread recipe that we use. Everybody's gonna have their own banana bread recipe, and they might all be the same, I'm not sure, but they all come from like some old cookbook somewhere. And I never bothered asking my parents for like the banana bread recipe before I moved out. So I had the bananas go squishy, and I was like, I guess I just throw these out now. I don't have the thing for banana bread. And I remember going, oh, I threw the bananas out, and then I was lectured a little bit. Let me drop this in here. That fits now. Okay, we are good. I had to shave it down a little bit. And then this should rest directly on top of it. 1 to 2. That goes on like so, I believe. I might be incorrect. Hold on. How does this work? So this, I think this is supposed to fit in between the gaps here. Right. Okay. Okay. Those are just like little velociraptor eyes. See that? And then you got the eyebrows, and he looks at you. It looks like straight out of Power Rangers Dino Thunder. I'm gonna get a drink. Okay. Oh, some of you are not gonna be happy, but I need to grab another one. Hold on. I forgot what side of me I put them on. Oh. Progress looks good. Looks like he's a tooth fairy for mecha machines. Leaving them little gifts. Little Coke Zeros. Do you hear that? Pretty good. It was a little slow. I thought I would like maybe like you know, tease it a little bit, like edge it out a little bit. We didn't need to go straight for the full bust, you know? Oh. The last sip was not enough for me. Let's put this piece into here now. And we might need to shave this down, but I'll try it without first. I remember stressing over the Zoid. That was so much. I actually don't know how you manage that. Because you get to that, and especially because the Zoid was kind of old, wasn't it? So Zoids are already like weirder than Gunpla, than like actual mainline Gunpla stuff. And then you end up with the extra layer of like it's older, so yeah, you probably have to do something a little freakish to make it work. And then all in all, you get these crazy steps that you have to go through. The parts are a lot more complex. I can't imagine how this one will progress. I think it'll be kind of easy, to be honest. Like other than my own stupidity, this should be easy to manage. Let me try to slide these. I think the more interesting thing to see will be whenever you get to go to that Flame Kaede set, where it's like that's a custom one. It's super complex looking, and I bet that there's something freaky in there. But it's been crazy to learn about the other Gundam kits whenever it's like, oh, they're old and they had like screws and stuff, and you're having to go at them with like a screwdriver. And I guess if you didn't have them, you just like stab it with your nippers and twist. That's the only thing that I could think of anyway. There we are. They're twins. I guess feet usually do look the same, so it's not like anything special. We need to go back to the H's. We need to return to the H's. Return to form. These should be easy to see, so I don't mind just leaving them. You know, they're a little brightly colored, and they are red, but they're like a different. They stick out pretty well with the yellow and green. So I think we'll be okay. Here we are. We need H, 34, 35, and 28 two times. 34, 35, 28 two times. I think you manage conversations pretty well in your streams of Gunpla as well, Jerry. I'm actually like, while I'm doing this, I'm noticing like how uniquely difficult it is because I'm having to like, I can't see it because the light is just bad. I don't know how you do this without like shoving your head directly under the camera every chance that you get. I found them, and just 3 cuts here. We should be a little quick. I don't think we really need to be all that surgical. Oh man, there we are. Thank you, but maybe you should learn to unshrimp. Oh, my bad. Is it visible? Can you tell that I'm shrimping? Yeah, can you like can you actually sit there like pure postured, chest out, shoulders back, feeling like a king? Can you do that while you're doing your Gundam streams? Because I actually am struggling with these a little bit. You're a posture princess if you say so. Posture princess is a crazy term. If you ever get around to it, be careful when building the RG unicorn. It's notorious for being a grenade, and the joints for the inner frame is fragile. I'll keep that in mind. Also, welcome Dwigget. If I ever do get to it, that would be insane. You're a posture princess. I don't know how you manage that because I think that your camera is a little further. So you do have like more space, I feel, to like get up and like personal with it. Well, not like up and personal, but like you don't have to feel as weird whenever you like scoot in, and like I guess you can just sit here with your chest out. And if you like, I don't know what to do with this because then if I like move this up and I'm like, oh, how can I look at it from here? Then I'm gonna hit you with it, which that was risky, by the way. That was so risky. I shouldn't have done that. I could have like sent you flying and then we'd be looking each other in the eyes, and I just don't know if I'm ready for that stage yet. But I don't know what you do with this. H28? H28. We got 34, 35. We need 28. Hold on. I was about to shrimp up again. But now I feel like I can't shrimp up because I don't want to get called out again for the posture. 28's over here. How was your day putting together an itinerary bagging? Oh, congratulations on like doing something productive. I feel like it because I was thinking yesterday whenever I was setting all this up because I did it a little last minute. Sorry, I don't want you to see anything. You might be able to tell that I'm a white man. Hopefully that's all. Here, wait, did I cut it out? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. And I was thinking like, oh, it will probably take a while. Then I was talked out of thinking that it'll take a while and talked into believing that, oh, it'll be simple and it'll only take a few minutes. Then I was working on it for a long time. And I couldn't like handle it because I was trying to figure out what all the sliders and stuff mean. I was messaging constantly asking for help, and I was like, oh, but then I need to make sure that I can't like dox myself too, because it was like, oh, what if I shove my elbow in? I shoved my elbow in. Then you'll like, I don't know, then I was like seeing how close I need to get to shove my head under the camera, and it looks pretty funny, by the way. Unfortunately, I just cannot show you, but I have like 10 to 12 minutes of me messing with that camera and doing like little hand tricks and stuff, doing tricks on it. 2 bottles sounds fun. It is 4. I really don't think that it is like crazy or anything. You're all right to go like decently off topic in the chat. I don't have to like read everything that you need to do. So like my decision, okay, so whenever there's like an unrelated conversation going on in a stream chat, am I like, because you're kind of having the conversation with Dwigget, right? And you are doing it in a public space, But just because you're doing it in a public space does not mean that I'm gonna step in, right? Because if I hear you two talking, and he's like, "Oh, how's the trip with the family going? Are you feeling good about it? Are you ready? Is everything all packed?" I'm not gonna walk up and then say, "Oh, I go on trips too, and they all go great. If do you need any packing advice?" And just insert myself into your conversation while we're all in the food court. There's nothing to do there. Like what connection do I make, do I just jump in, or do I let y'all go to it, or do I say like, hey, you over there, you in the back, quiet down, I'm trying to build my Gundam here? Or it just feels wrong to do that. Sorry, didn't mean to get too off topic. It's fine. Have you traveled with the Bob family? I have. I used to travel. Well, the thing is, though, is like all the traveling has been in state. I'm sorry for the stuttering, by the way. I feel like I'm stuttering more often. But I have traveled mostly in the States, but I have technically been to another country once, and it's because I used to go to the New York. I would go to the New York in the upstate of the New York, and in the upstate of the New York, there is a waterfall called the Niagara Falls. And one day, I got on the boat called the Maid of the Mist. And on the boat, we were taken across the Canadian border. And because of this fact, I was on the soil of Canada for at least a few minutes. I'm really not sure how long. And then I was given my grandparents bought me. I was about to say grandparents at the time. They don't just not become your grandparents anymore. But my grandparents bought me like this little green mug, and it said "the boss" on it, and I felt sick. But I remember skipping a bit of dialogue about the Warrior Cats convos. That's fair, because like I was shocked. For one, whenever it was like, "Oh, you all know what Warrior Cats is," I've never had this kind of conversation with anybody before about like Warrior Cats. So then I was trying to keep the conversation going a little bit, just to see like, oh, how does, because then you go to like the fan anime that was on YouTube and stuff that always used the Naruto soundtrack, and it was like, oh, we actually do just like know about the same thing there. So then you kind of want to get the connection, but then at the same time you're trying to build your Gunpla, and you're probably talking about something I don't even remember what you were talking about. I think it kind of uncomfortably shifted to where it was like, oh wow, you're kind of just the facilitator, where like you're now like the sitting there listening and going, oh wow, look guys, they sure do like know about the same thing, don't they? Isn't that crazy that like both of them know like the same thing? This is a cultural experience that not everybody has. The TV has like been completely shifted out of focus, and now everything's online, so we're in different spaces, and then like they know what the same thing is because they read some books whenever they were kids. You can jump in with a tangent for sure. I just wasn't sure. Welcome Ginja, by the way, not to ignore. Grandparent at the time. Yeah, I think grandparent at the time actually implies something pretty bleak, and that is not what I meant to do. We have not cut a single piece off of this H thing. Let me do that real quick before I get to any more chatter. But then, like, those grandparents, they were my grandparents at the time, from New York at the time. They moved to Florida, so then most of the travel ended up going to Florida every couple of years, and then, like, that's the only experience that I have with like going to like the beach and stuff. 34 and 35, they're so uncomfortable, like down in the corner. Like here's 32, like 33, and then this goes to like 35 or something, then these are the two that I need. It's really weird. I don't even know if that you can see that. The bottle reflection is interesting because it shows your arm reflected over itself. Whoa. Like I'm a Hindu god. Oh, it's more like a kaleidoscope effect. I kind of see it, actually. Feel like you segued it pretty okay. I think you did fine, too. I wasn't trying to imply anything. How much cola do you drink? I drink enough, Ginja. I drink enough. Everybody's kind of been railing on me for it today, but I just feel like it's really not that big of a deal. And I'm doing just fine. I have been like continuing to lose weight while drinking my Coke Zero, so I don't understand what the problem is. I'm doing fine. And in fact, I might take another sip here once I finish cutting, just to like out of spite, because I'm not ready for the judgment that continues to come my way. And I'm here to prove something to you all at this point. Let me cut this up. I actually do have like $60 worth of Coke Zero, so it's not even a problem. I bulk bought it because, like, you know, I like to drink it. Here we are. We go there, there, and there. 3 bottles in 90 minutes is wild to see. I really don't think that is that crazy. Like, if you go to a party or something, then you're drinking, like, you know, you're drinking a lot of alcohol, or you're drinking a lot of soda if you're not of the alcohol variety. So I don't understand what the big deal is whenever I'm just drinking a little bit of Coke Zero. Like, I don't understand. You haven't been up that far yet, so it's on the list for you. It's a good place to go. You know, I was really young at the time. Last time I went, I was very young. So it's difficult to remember much. I remember being on the boat, but I don't remember much about the area itself. Like I did go to Buffalo and stuff, but I just don't remember what that looked like. I kind of have vague memories of like my grandparents' house and stuff, but that's about it, to be honest. He's gonna be 5% cola. I hope you have a trash pile for the plastic scrap. Maybe we can like make use of it. I do usually just throw them out, you know, but like if it is like a lot, maybe I can like recycle it or something. Your health may be good, but what about your teeth? Is an extended consumption of carbonated drinks bad for you or bad for them? Well, yeah, and like just because, you know, I'm in my 20s, I can power through it. I try to go to the dentist like sometimes. It's been a little while because I've been a little busy, but you know, you aren't supposed to go like all the time anyway. It's only been like 2 years. And just because my teeth hurt a little bit doesn't really mean anything. Hold on. Oh. I like whenever you like shake it a little bit and then the fizz comes to the top. It's something comfortable. Okay. Oh, we were putting these together. And then we just attach, we have it pointed up here. These, I'm pretty sure that I did like a lot of the stuff here. And then oh wait, there was something similar for Forbidden, and I was struggling to get this like to actually work together. A lot of custom builders use the leftover runners for dioramas, so they're definitely worth keeping for the future. Oh, that could definitely be really cool. And like I'm holding on to the boxes just for like because they look cool, and like in case I ever do go for like the framing it or whatever. I have not done so yet. In fact, I am just like storing stuff in the Forbidden box currently. But I'll get to it eventually and have something actually kind of cool, I hope. Because the art is very good, and I did not think about like the runners getting used, the leftovers of those actually being getting put to good use. That was like something kind of foreign to me. How does the diorama work? I'm actually curious about that too. Maybe you just put them up and like nail them to the wall, because then you're like, oh look, I'm a hobbyist. It's kind of like whenever you walk into somebody's room and they have like a guitar hanging from their wall, and you're like, oh, do you play? You're like, oh yeah. Like, oh, can you play something? And you're like, I really don't want to pull that down right now. There's no need to. I'm a little shy. Performance anxiety. And you're like, okay, I don't want to pressure you, but in reality, they're sitting there struggling, literally falling apart. I remember walking behind a guy. This is going back to the Renaissance Fair, but you know, you see all kinds of crazy instruments whenever at the Renaissance Fair. I'm sorry, by the way, like the Renaissance Fair kind of changed me as a person. It's kind of crazy. But like you see all kinds of weird instruments and stuff at these fairs, and I remember walking behind a guy with like a massive lute just on his back, and I remember being like, oh, I wonder if he plays, and like I think it was my brother, because I went with a group, and my brother was like, oh, you should ask him, and I was like, I don't want to put him through that, because I think there, especially if it's a lute, I think there's such a strong chance that guy's never touched the strings on that thing in his life. But that might just be like a misread of it as well, because it is just like a goofy, rare kind of instrument. So he might actually have the know-how, and I'm just underestimating him, not underwhelming him. I think this is pointed the correct direction. So if we, yeah. Okay, perfect. So this should just attach like that. And we finally got ourselves a completed piece. That's something successful if I've ever seen it. Here we are. Okay. There have been they can be used for gun barrels or pipes on buildings. Oh, that's actually so cool. I forgot that you can just get extra creative like that. There have been plenty of people that actually frame the box art and hang them on their walls. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Like, I had to get introduced to that concept. I did not think of that on my own. But I still do have like the how to frame box art like article bookmarked on my Firefox. Sorry for the voice crack. Might mean it's time for another drink here pretty soon. Let's go ahead and shave this down just a little bit. It's a difficult process getting directly at these pieces that need to be filed, because some of them are honestly in kind of awkward spots, which I wish that maybe they thought about them a little better, but also it's probably just a skill issue, because this is like Gundam number 2. So it's not like I can do a whole lot there. Okay. That is shaved down. So now we can shave down number 2 and then go from there. I thought about using these. They make decent details like lampposts or metal frameworks, etc. That's really cool. Do either of you, Ginja, Dwigget, do either of you have like dioramas or anything made like that? Because that would be interesting to see if so. How's the build so far? So far, it has been pretty slow, because unfortunately I talk a little too much. And whenever I talk, like I tend to like accidentally stop. But if you look over here, we have a couple of velociraptors, and we have this little joint here. And then once I finish scraping all this stuff, then we'll have a second joint, and then we'll actually be like decently far on the foot anyway. Not like far in general, but like the foot will be closer to done. But it's something that you really love watching others do. Oh, are you interested in doing it in the future, or is it just something that you prefer to see as opposed to try to work with? This thing is shaking violently. I'm like kind of forcing it into that situation. Currently in the planning stages for a veteran memorial diorama. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. It starts at the feet for the RG. Interesting. It does start at the feet. Does it start? Where does it start in the real? Oh, it starts at the head, doesn't it? You posted the head. I believe that was the first picture you posted of the old master grade. Okay, so we have this pointed up, and the wheel kind of leans back. The head of this, the loop, needs to go back here, so it should be pointed like this. Doing pretty good, getting that 3D recognition. We've got patterns recognized in our heads. It's incredible. The art that we're putting out can't be beat. Okay, here we are. Another joint done. I think it's time for another little drink now that we've completed something. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if that came through. I apologize if it did. Just have to build the last Zaku warrior and then get the rough work built. Something you wish that you had the space and skill for. Most kits you've done start with the head. Oh, so this is like abnormal overall to start with the feet. I can't remember how Forbidden started. I think that it was with the feet, because I think that I did the legs and then like the torso and then like the head ended up being one of the final things that I did. I can't remember though, because I'm trying to remember whenever I put the little stickers on the thing. That's interesting. Okay, well, we've got this made, so now we need to pull out... Is that D? We need to pull out... Oh, okay. 1. And this should just insert the into here. Okay, that's interesting. And we put her there. And it'll be able to pop on to the next piece. Let me show you that. Because I am kind of keeping it to myself often, which I'm trying to do better about, but I'm struggling a little bit. Let me get this pointed out a little bit more, as opposed to just being stiffly in there. About to rip my own nail off. D is a red one. I believe D is this one with the wings. So we should be able to go from here. The legs is an interesting starting point. So it is just a universal experience. And like Jury is also just like a Gundam vet at this point. So that's like 2 Gundam vets saying, oh yeah, it's kind of weird to start down there. So you kind of have to take them seriously. D15 and H45. Oh, why do we need H45? Feel like a baby gun pooper? It's just not true at this point. You've gone through like you've gone through a more difficult one, then you went to like an easy one, and then you went to a Zoid, which is like probably hard mode for like a lot of Gundam people, and then you went to an easy one again, and now you're about to go for like the hardest one of all time. So I feel like once you're that far in, you can't really say, oh, I'm baby anymore. You have to at least say like, oh, I'm 5, 10. You're 10. You're at least 10. I think you're like 15-year-old Gunpla builder at the minimum. Honestly, I feel more like you're 30 and you've gone through like a hardened fight. Because I honestly don't know what else you should be looking at. Because I don't like, I guess you could do like panel lining and stuff, but who cares? You know? Because I think you already do some of that. How old does that make the others? Well, I think Ginja might be just actually lore accurate. And then everybody else, like Vega is like a sage for sure. Vega is like a 65, and like maybe 70 actually. The legs on the Epyon are interesting too. Extra joints due to them also being necks. Oh, that's so funny. True, it is just like actual like little velociraptors down there. Let's not. Oh, I'm sorry, Ginja. You came here and catch them as well. You catch them everywhere you go. It can't be helped. Personally, you start out with the weapons, then get into the main body. You tend to jump all over the place when you build. Oh, I guess there's nothing stopping you from doing that, but it almost feels weird to step off the main path. You're kind of like going at your own risk at that point, and then if you end up getting lost, then you can't blame anybody but yourself, and like somebody might kill you or something. I need to find... Oh, H is directly on top. Perfect. The H came back. Always do weapons and accessories last. That's what I've done 100% of the time so far, just because it's the last thing in the book. 45 is actually the piece that I cut out earlier. Let me grab that. It's right down here. We did take Umaru's suggestion and actually like put it down there and into the box, so it was actually like findable. And it'll make a lot more sense. I spent like for reference, for those of you that came a little later, I spent probably 20 minutes trying to figure out how to make the 45 fit in the 44 slot, because I don't know how to read. But that's okay. It ended up working out. Hold on, I'm trying to get that cuttable. And here we are. We've made something clean, and now we just attach. We've got the nub facing outwards, and then I think this just slides into here. We definitely need to shave down though. Let's go ahead and go for the file. I think we go for the method where we set it down and then go from there, which this should be a little bit tiring. We've all been there, yeah. It's just a little sad that it was like right out the gate. And I know for a fact, like I'm pretty sure whenever I did Forbidden, and that was like my first Gundam, I had to have Holland do certain parts for me. I couldn't figure it out. Um, I honestly think that I'm impressively bad at some things. I know it's hard to believe. I give off a very well educated vibe. I know. But sometimes I just struggle piecing things together, and then whenever I do piece something together, sometimes it ends up being like horribly, horribly wrong. Um, so maybe you can't just take my word on everything, but I don't think anybody here is doing that anyway. I think that that's probably good enough. The second one didn't really take all that much shaving. This should just, I guess we just shove you in the eye holes. I'm gonna poke your eyes out. Oh, that felt a little violent, actually. I didn't mean it. Like that. Okay, okay. Clicked in. That was satisfying. I wonder if you'd punish skipping to the head first. If you'd be punished skipping to the head. Punished? How so? What do you mean? Like somebody coming in here and yelling at me? I believe everything I hear on the internet? I think that's a good way to live life. I don't think that anything wrong could possibly happen there. We just consider it growing pains when first starting out. It's pains, alright. It's pains, is what I'll say. This goes this way. Let me like actually extend my arms a little more. If I do this again, I'm gonna have to get the camera angle a little better because I partially like keep wanting to like reset and like hide it away. It's mine. I'm like Gollum taking the ring and trying to like shove it into my finger. Not in like onto it, not into it. Into it would be a little weird. This should just attach right there. Oh yeah. Oh, that like rotates pretty interestingly. Okay. There you are. Look, hold on. Look at that. Foot with an eye, with a face. The face that anyone could love. Spent a good couple minutes the other day with wings, arms on the wrong sides. That's rough. That is actually pretty rough because then you I don't know if there's like a good excuse for that one overall because then you like left from right should be pretty like easily distinguished, I think. But I guess like maybe you didn't have like a hands in, but I don't know if that makes it any easier or harder, to be honest. Like I don't have the Gundam experience to know that intuitively. Sorry. Oh. I'm gonna grab another one. It's just good to have like you know, something to drink while doing the streams. My throat gets like super wore out whenever I stream for like an extended period of time, and it already has been like a couple of hours, so you know it's a good little boost for my throat, and then you know it does have a little bit of caffeine in it. And I did like skip the coffee today because I didn't have enough time to grab the coffee on my way to work this morning. So the caffeine honestly is helping a little bit. I needed it. Have you considered water? I think water is fine, but like I spent all day drinking it at work. So like I just don't really want to go that route right now. It would be like highly uninteresting. Look at how gross this has gotten. Like you can't see anything because you can't see through it anymore. It's like a completely solid color because it's got all the gunk on it. That's so interesting. Oh, okay. What do we need? H38, H40, and A10. A is Ireland. A for Ireland. H38 and H40, which, oh, that's weird. So 37 just stays there for now. I guess that's coming up next. 6 bottle. I only see 5. Oh, soon. Okay. Water goes hard. You recommend? I don't know if you know what you're talking about. Water is fine. It's literally the default flavor. Like, oh, bro, I love tasting air. Bro, we should taste air together. Don't you think air goes hard? No, bro, I want to smoke tobacco. I'd rather breathe that stuff, right? At least it adds something a little interesting into my life. Where's 40 at? Hold on, I need to raise it to the light so I can see. 30? 31. Why is 40? Where? 36, 39. Oh, 40 is below it. Little wet brush and it'll clean up good. No worries. That's good to know, actually. Because I'm not sure, like, if that's one of those things where you just had to accept it and be like, oh, it's just going to be ugly for the rest of time now because you used it. And then you have to kind of treat it like books. And, like, obviously, like, you end up learning to appreciate that, but it comes with time. Because, like, whenever you first see, like, a book, like a well-used book, you're like, oh, it's called a well-loved book. It's called a well-loved book. And then, it gets like that special treatment because you're like, oh, it's because they actually like used it. So maybe it would have been the same thing for like the glass file, but it just does make sense that you can clean it up and make it look good. I'm not sure how big your build space is, but you can try to zoom out your camera to mitigate some of the off-screen build. That is true. I'm just a little scared to do that live. It'll be something that I have to probably consider in the future. I did Actually, I can probably just mess with the crop a little bit. Let's apply that first. Let me go here. Filters, and then we go into the crop. And then maybe if we just like push it forward a little bit, then we should be okay. You should be able to see just a little bit more like that. And then maybe it'll be a little bit more comfortable to view. You have a few of those. I do as well. Although most of my reading has had to be digital lately because I got a Kindle. That way I can like more easily like read on the go. Because I like to read while at work and stuff. And I can't really do that with a full-on book. I like to pair a book with an audiobook so that I can read while at work. What am I looking for? A10. E10? A10. Okay, here we are. It has been found. We have perfected the process. We can see. I've realized that I can just like move this up. By the way, I did start shrimping again. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a status update. Now would be a good time to unshrimp if you are shrimping. We try to encourage like good health here. I believe in good health. We make good progress for our own personal goals. And I think it's just admirable to live like a healthier lifestyle. I think that it's good for most people to consider that in their own lives and maybe what they can change to be happier and healthier people. We're going for like a live, laugh, love kind of feel, you know? But like unironically. Hold on. Okay. What was I doing? I need to piece these together. Well, let's take the A. And I guess what do we do first? This is just so weird. It is getting darker outside and it is affecting the light in here, which is unfortunate. I guess I should have expected that, but I just wish that it wasn't true. H40 should have spots that stick out. H40. No, did I cut the wrong pieces? Hold on, where's H? H38 and 40. I just don't see the nub. And I did not cut it off. I can confirm that I did not cut it off. Oh, no, 10 does just need to be the first one in. Excuse me. Voice cracked as well. It's just embarrassing. This is this piece. So we take this, we grab this, and then I guess we just make it work from here. Oh wait, is it supposed to like fit in through there? No. What is this talking about? This should just go through here, right? Definitely. Okay. That's a tight fit. It's just awkwardly like labeled. That one's not even my fault. We need to shave this down a little bit right here, just for a cleaner fit. I don't know how I put forbidden together with some of these like nubs that were definitely just still on there, like way sticking out. But to be fair, like I I did like cut them, but with like the nippers instead of like trying to just file them down and stuff. But then, you know, you end up with like awkward spots or whatever. And this should give us a more precise area to mess with. I guess we just shove. We have you on the side, which are you supposed to be sticking out like this? Right? So you're pointed like that. This looks like that. So I should be able to put you right here. Is this a knee? Is this a knee that I'm forming right now? I think so. That fit in there. This is an interesting shape because then I'm gonna have to come back and do like the other half of this, the other side. Here's what that looks like, by the way. We need D5 and H36. D5 and H36. We can go ahead and get H36 out. We do need to do it twice. Oh, there are two A10s. We need to do this twice as well. So let's get the other A10. That just makes sense. I don't know what I was thinking. 10 and 10. So 10 is right here, and 10 is right here, and 11 is right here, and 11 is right here, oddly enough. Does not seem like it would make sense like that, but that's what we're going for. Let's cut you right there. And then you, not there. You can keep the balls. But the shaft is not as keepable. Let's cut there. And then you're gone. H 30, 38 and 40. So this H should already be taken. So we need this H instead. Let's go 38 and 40. It's the one right below it. Okay. Snip. Snip. And snip. Then we do that one more time. But for the 40th, okay, from there, and from there, here we are, and we should, do I need to shave it down? Yes, I definitely do. I was hoping that maybe I could get away with it, maybe I'd cut it like close enough, but unfortunately that's just not how things worked out. Let's go ahead and go through the process. It's a lot safer this way. I guess I could say it's a lot shaver, but I would not want to say that. It sounds a little too forced. Then maybe you as well, just right at the top. Let's get it a little nicer looking. That looks good. And now we can just attach these guys. It should be a lot quicker this time, because I'm a lot less stupid this time and more informed. That's a big part of it. Here we are. Attached. Straight in. Okay. We have made it into the hole. And then we go ahead through here as well. And we're making things happen quickly. Okay. That's another completed piece. It's time to celebrate. Okay. I guess next we need the 36 and the 5 now. H36. 36? Where's 36 at? Did I already get it? No, there's no way. There's no reason for me to get it. That's 31 there. 36 is down at the bottom here. Right there. It's just super strange looking. We're getting that like half complete quality to the runner now that's starting to feel good. It kind of works as like an achievement list where you start to see like, oh look, there's way fewer pieces in here now. And you feel good about it. Okay? That is 36 cuts. And now we need the other H, and then the D's are right below it. 36, easier to find whenever you kind of know what's happening. That tends to be how things work. Okay, here we are. Let me go again. Okay, there's our 36s. We just need the D's now. It's honestly, I'm feeling like I'm working a clean production line here. D5. This is D, and U You are 5. So you will soon be attached to what I need you to be attached to. Exhilarating stuff. It's kind of weird because like I feel like I am like speeding up a little bit, but I feel like I'm speeding up at like a safe pace where I don't feel like I'm on the verge of cutting literally everything in half. It was something that I was kind of nervous about doing genuinely because I would get on stream and I would end up like cutting everything to pieces and like the Gundam would be in irreparable disrepair. And there would be no steps to take from there. And it would look like that I did not care for it, but thankfully I do. So you can bear with me. Hold on. Okay, D5. We put the I guess the nub needs to attach, but like what's facing down? This is facing down, this is facing down, this is facing up. Okay? And now we've got, I guess, little leg talons. Hold on. I'm feeling it. I'd like to return the cap. Oh. Let me just grab it. Okay. Alright. Then I guess I need to attach another one. And then we can go from there. It's down. Down. Number 6 is crazy? I really don't think that is that crazy. Everybody's kind of getting onto me for it, but I feel fine. I feel completely fine, and like it's nothing to be worried about. People have drank crazier things than this. It's literally just like Coke Zero. It's the healthy alternative to Coke. I don't understand what the problem is. This is supposed to, I put this in the wrong way. Sorry, it must be the Coke Zero getting to me, right? It's affecting my brain. That's what you want to say? Well, it's not. So you can drop that act. I understand that you're trying to get a big like dunk on me or something, but it's not going to work. I know what I am. I like to drink a little bit of Coke. Can you blame a guy? I don't think you can. Okay, we got 2 H's at once. 39 is you, so we need to get the 39s out and then it'll attach the legs. And I think like my doctor would say something to me if it was actually bad, okay? I mean, I tell them that I drink some Coke Zero. They say, oh, yeah, your blood pressure's a little high. Do you have anything? And I say, I have a little bit of Coke Zero. And they say, well, that shouldn't be too bad of a problem. You'll be okay. And I say, okay. And then I go and do my thing. And they tell me, oh, a homeopathic remedy that you could try is pomegranate juice. So why don't you go ahead and start drinking some pomegranate juice? And then you'll be okay. Then I say, okay. And then I put a little bit of pomegranate directly into my Coke Zero. And then you get like a healthy little mix there. It's kind of like a straight up blended juice drink. It's very good. Let me... can we just... what does this mean? This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm getting overwhelmed. I need like the ability to alt-tab and look at something else. Oh, I'm looking at it the wrong way. That would be a part of it. But still... So this is supposed to... face out? This is facing out, I think. No. This is facing out. Okay, this is the one facing out. So it should be like this. But I think I need the other side, which should be right here. A medium piece and the big piece and the small piece over it all. Yeah, it just makes no sense. Is the thing. Where does it attach at? I guess I need to get this closer, so we'll go like that and go for like the actual max attachment. I just don't know where the arrows are pointing to. It's crazy. I don't know what they're expecting from me, but it surely could not have been this. I guess you need to pre-adjust it. so that you can move. Oh, maybe it's like right in here where it can slide, I would think. No? Maybe it's right here. It does not need to attach there. It'll most likely fit into place with the holes highlighted. I mean, I get the highlighted holes, but there's a lot of highlighted holes because it's showing the attachment of like 2 pieces right now. Don't feel bad. You've burned through cases, Rippets, and Monster Energy drinks in a single sitting before. That would that would be painful though, right? Because our energy drinks, they're supposed to like actually give like the shakes and stuff, right? There's not, you know, it would feel. I actually don't know how to react. I don't know how to react. Let me go through here. Oh no, it came off. Okay. Let me put you back in. I don't want to fight with you. I just want some success. Is that so bad? What? I just don't get it. Is this maybe okay? Maybe I have it twisted wrong. That would make sense. And like they're supposed to twist together. So maybe like that and like that? No, I don't think so. Oh, no, I do think so. I do think so. Maybe this just needs to be like extended outwards a little bit. And we could take a little bit of a thing here and here. I'm almost certain that these are the 2 holes that it's trying to get me to put the piece into. It's not wanting to fit, which is making this difficult. That's as far as like that can extend. This should be able to go into there, I think. It's difficult to know though. I'm solving a whole puzzle. I like to solve puzzles on stream, but then like sometimes like you end up looking way too dumb and you can't figure anything out on your own. So what's the point of anything? How do we solve world hunger? I don't know. I'm trying to put like a Gundam's leg together. Why would you ask me that? So, well, I'm not talking to you specifically as like the chat, but like the dream scenario here. Whoa, wait. No. This is just correct. Because it's pointing out this way with the curve. So it needs to be like that. And then this should be like slightly elevated, it looks like. And then we could go from here. The view from the side is shown. What do you mean? The view from the side? Right under your hand? Oh, true, you're a genius. Oh, wait. Oh! Doesn't that make, like, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Not all of the sense, though. That's only one thing, like, inside. So it's only hooked into one point? You're a genius. But, like, still, something feels off. Maybe this is the wrong one? No. I think I just have it placed in wrong. Let's get that firmly placed into there, and this should, like, fit in like that? Oh, wait. It's 2, I believe, but the last will probably work. They slide in like that. I get it now, I think. Oh my god. It died. It's falling apart, man. I should have done card tricks. It would have been a lot easier. This requires like some thought and some hand-eye coordination. I'm bad at both. You saw my glasses earlier. I'm falling apart. Okay. You're placed in the spot there. And then we can go at it again. A full-on rematch. I put it in backwards. It'll get pinned with the other parts as it builds up. Oh. That does make sense. There were pieces like that with Forbidden, and they also confused me just as much. So does this actually enter the hole? No. No, it does not enter the hole. So it just needs to kind of vaguely be in the area, which means that this should go like right there, and you should go like right there, I think. But like, why is it struggling so much then? Why are you fighting? Don't fight, man. Okay. Hold on. I think we've got it. potentially. Okay, I think it just needs to lay flat in there, and it'll just be like a guide, hopefully. We've got the next little piece here. It does need to be like this, and then this will attach into all the holes. Where's all the holes? Where? We go from here. This is shockingly difficult. Okay. There's guides on this piece as well, which is making this even more difficult. Where does the actual, like, piece need to insert? Probably this one, if I had to guess. Maybe I shouldn't guess. I can just, like, attempt. So it's bent here. So that needs to go here, right? Where's that at? Where's the hole at? Hole there. Okay, like there. I swear Epyon looks like Mecha Aatrox. Aatrox? Say, who? Aatrox from what? You're gonna have to expand on that one for me. League. Oh. Sorry, I'm like level 20 in League. I never even got to the point where I could play ranked. I gave up pretty quick. This is definitely not pointed correctly. Maybe I can just like squeeze it. Oh, hold on. No, it's all falling apart. My life is falling apart. Keep it that way. I think I will. Honestly, like I thought I was gonna make the push into ranked and stuff for League, and but eventually, like I got one really bad game, and I realized like I'm kind of just mindless throughout most of this. There's other competitive games that I would rather play, and this one is like the least good feeling out of all of them. I spend like 35 minutes struggling, and then I can't even piece anything together. And then if I did want to get good, the type of like learning that I would have to do to get there is it's not up my alley, is what I'll say. You'd be a great chess player? Where did that come from? I mean, I'll take it, but I don't know what gives me the chess player vibe. I don't understand. Maybe we could go... Oh no, you just sound smart? Thank you, I think. That means like I can like act pretty well, right? Because I don't know how you can confidently say, "Oh, you sound like a genius," as you sit here and watch me fumble, struggling to put this piece into this other piece. I've been at it for like 20 minutes. My hands are starting to get a little bit of sweat on them just from trying to like attach these as meticulously as I need to here. Oh, hold on. I've discovered something big. This should be able to snap into place here. So I don't understand why it's not. Maybe I need to like open that up a little bit. Never played League, but either way, Aatrox would be the League version of Epyon because Epyon came first, surely. It's all semantics. We don't need to know, right? Is that like a piece that I needed to shave down? Is that supposed to be completely flat there? I think that is. Oh, I need to hollow this thing out. Leave. Go. Shoo. The thing is, I don't even understand what's going on, so you fumbling looks like a great job to you. That's good to know, I guess. I can just straight up lie. We need to file things down a little bit. According to my calculations, my mental arithmetic, this will slowly come together. If I were to shave this down, we would receive benefits in about 15 steps. It is not necessary right now, however, we do like to think in the long term. That is what can help us the most out of anything here. Because thinking ahead and planning ahead really is everything whenever you think about it. So is that supposed to fit like right there? YouTube short, building Epyon with the help of rocket science? Well, according to mass equals gravity times acceleration squared, we should be able to drop this piece directly into the side of the leg soon, But first, we need to solve for E, and then whenever we do so, Epyon will come out as having come out before Aatrox, and then we'll know the precise timing of when to insert and when it will be at its peak. We should achieve totality soon, in which case we can take the steps to complete before the end of the solstice. I think that is flat already. So, oh no, God. Oh no. Okay. No more joking around. Me and you are gonna have a talk. It's gonna be an awkward talk, but it's a necessary one. Whenever an E, an H, and an A love each other very, very much, they combine and they make something beautiful. It's called something new. Okay. Oh, I didn't flatten it. No, I thought I did. Sounds legit. That's how you know I'm real. I'm not a fraud. I would never lie to anyone. I said as much earlier, and I maintain that stance now. Okay, okay. It's been attached. Well, not attached. I'm just seeing that in my head, because it's important to visualize the future steps and what you need to do to get there. That way you can confidently plan and take the proper measures. That way you don't get lost throughout. It's an integral part of the process, almost as much as the math. But unfortunately, the math is just like a key part. So I can't, not everybody can do what I do, okay? I wish that everyone could, but unfortunately that's just not the case. Can you tut? What do you mean? Like a tisk kind of sound? What's a tut? What do you mean a tut? Like the Egyptian pharaoh, the ones that was like 10? His full name is like crazy long. I don't know if you know that, but it is. Let me attach. Tut tut tut. 10-4 tut tut. Okay, there we are. We've got like some ankle knives. Look. Ankle knives. Let me get a drink real fast. It's hard work here. I'm struggling, okay? I'm struggling. 2-10? 2 to 10? Tootin'? Rootin' tootin'? I don't get it. I really don't. Okay. Now, we need H43 and 30. Oh, no, I did do it twice. I was about to have a heart attack. I was like, well, we have to go through that again? The first one was so bad that I had like completely erased it from my memory already. 37 and 43 are the next steps. 37 and 43. 210 car moon. Car moon? This is like trying to solve a riddle. Tutankhamun? Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm not the brightest. Unfortunately, like whenever it's like, oh, you sound smart, you could definitely play chess games. All you have to do is talk to me for like a little bit, and I think you pick up on like how like actually stupid I am, because I'm pretty sure that like I think I'm good at pretending to sound smart, but overall, I think the vibe is pretty stupid, if that makes sense. 43 is over here. 42 is also in here, and that will be a pain to deal with. I already know. Cut. And then we grab another one here as well. And then just one last cut, just for the sake of it. Just to feel something. Ye old nippers. And then we go for the same thing, but on ye old first H. 43, we already know where that is, so I'll just go ahead and cut that one first because I've forgotten where the other one is located. And I'm not going to look it up and then dox them. It would be incredibly disrespectful of me. Believe it or not. I just don't know if they're comfortable with that. Just shove it out. What do we need? It is 37. 37 should be an easier one to get. There we are. 37. It looks like it'll be kind of like a pain, this like next section. And then we go from there. Okay. And one last. All last, am I right? Any Mahjong fans here? Right? I'm gonna deal in whenever I'm in first place, get Hanemon, lose 12,000 points, and die. If you die in Mahjong, you die in real life. I just skipped a step, I think. Right? No, I didn't. Okay. We're good. Let's go from here. I know Toto knows what it feels like. Think you're gonna witness death live on stream? Why would you say that? You want it to happen? Because, like, I'm not trying to die here. I just don't even know why you would bring death into this. It just seems a little cruel. Coming into my chat saying, kill me. It's just not the right thing to do. Does Holland or Cyan know your location as we speak? You should take some Mentos. That would be good. That would be so good. I did eat some of the plastic earlier, so maybe that can act similarly. Maybe you can like rest at the bottom and absorb. How do I get the Mentos reaction where I just explode? What is up with people eating plastic? We've taken the next step. You have to accept the microplastics that are inside of you and then start to eat the macroplastic. Now, once you finally eat the macroplastic, you can finally ascend. Look, they've known Holland and Cyan, they've known me for years, and I've never died in front of them. So they know that I'm safe and that I'm good and that nothing wrong will occur because I take precautions. You think your organs are building Gunpla with all the microplastics inside of you? They probably are. You need to take a little bit of a break from doing your own tasks from time to time. I think it's completely unreasonable to expect your organs to only be doing their job the whole time. I think that's unfair, and I think with that unfair treatment is how people end up dying. That's, it's like an alcoholic always going back for more to drink. You end up with liver failure. You know why? You're making your liver work a whole lot more than it needed to, and it couldn't actually like have time for itself. So then it ends up like picking up a grudge for you because it couldn't like hang out with the small intestine like it wanted to on the weekend. So like let those things rest a bit. It's unreasonable to like expect anything else. Is this just not supposed to pop in? Or did I like cut this wrong? Give your heart a timeout? Well, I mean, that guy is kind of like the overseer. He's like the foreman of the body. Other than the brain and the brain and the heart are like president and vice president, you know? They're always on call, and they have to, like, they accepted that whenever they took the role. So those ones you are not stopping. They know what they got into. And frankly, it would be their fault if they did end up stopping. Unless you caused it yourself. In which case, like, I don't know what you're thinking. Because that's miserable. The brain can't be that important. Yours is always taking time off. Well, you know, I feel like if you just wanted to access it, that's why some people drink those, like, nootropics and stuff. It says it's supposed to help them get, like, focused. Or like a lavender drink. If you drink a lavender drink, it's supposed to make you feel less anxious, and then maybe you'd like feel like your brain has better access to what it needs to do. I'm not sure though. I've never tried any of them. I can't vouch for either. Let me put... Okay, so this needs to extend outwards, and then this will face down. This is such a weird oh, I popped it out. I popped it out. Okay. Let me shave you down a little bit. We'll go from here. Right there. Okay. Shaved. Lavender does have calming properties, so you can see it. It does. It smells good. It kind of tastes all right. I don't want to say good, but like it tastes fine. It has good flavors, is what I will say. I think it adds to other things good, but like pure lavender, you aren't going to see me with like pure lavender. You might as well go outside and then just start like blending up flowers, which I think is a step in the wrong direction. Let's put you back into place. Okay. Easier fit this time. You aren't going to fight with me. Good. You should be facing inwards, actually. That might have been part of the problem. It's just hard to tell sometimes with how these things are faced in the manual. What is holding it back? There's something kind of holding it apart. Is it that piece there? I might take this out just to get this piece off. I didn't even notice. Hold on. Maybe I can get it from here. If I could, that would be cool. I don't think I can. I need to rip it out. The strength of Arthur getting Excalibur out of the rock. I guess that didn't require much strength, huh? Because it was just like a chosen thing or something. The rock just kind of naturally let go. The rock was gripping on tight before. Just wait until you see the Gundam reveal of the one that I'm building with my feet right now. That's why we're going so slow with this one. I'm having to split the brain power between the two. It's a very taxing thing. And then you should fit a good bit better, hopefully. Why are you okay? Like that. Okay? You're actually almost done with the other one? Yeah. The other one is basically done right now. I don't know how you knew. Okay. Drinks, do you want one? You can have the full one. Let's go for the... What am I doing? This is already in, right? So this is already attached. This is already in. So this should fit in there pretty easily. I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively shave this one down, and we can go from there. Okay? Right? Like just like that. Shaving time. I don't know what to say. Like I feel like I've ran out of topics because like my mind is just thinking like I am drinking the Coke Zero. But you know, that's with the knowledge that like everybody here is looking at me in a negative light now. You're all judging me like heavily, and I don't know how to respond anymore. I feel like it's taken over my brain space and I don't have much to add, unfortunately. It's just kind of upsetting. I feel like the vibe has been killed. Everybody wanted to get like their comments in, and like I understand maybe it might be a little weird to you, but can't you understand? It's something, it's not that bad. It's really not. Enjoy your Coke Zero if you say so. But now I just feel like you're patronizing me. Let me go ahead and insert. We'll go from here. Okay? And then, oh, I can't get it in. Like that? Okay. In. Created. I need to shave it down a little bit on the outside here. And then it should be good. I think that just fell out of place. We just shove it back in. Make it work. It feels a little loose, but it'll be okay. Okay. And then what needs to go on from here? A11. I think once we get to 2-4, I might go ahead and wrap it up. I know progress has not been like quick. You gotta go now. Good night, Cyan. Thank you for stopping by. Progress has not been quick, and I apologize for that, but it is starting to get kind of late, and it's been nearly a 3-hour stream. A9 and 11. A9. So you. We're cutting up Ireland just a little bit more. And then you. And then you. And then we do the same on this side as well. Go ahead. go ahead and go ahead. That is 2 9s, and then now we just have to get both of the 11s. There's cool little decals on this one. I assume we'll probably have to like attach something somewhere to it, because it does just look cool. There's kind of like a little bit of a face on it. I don't think it's supposed to be a face, but it reminds me of like a Bionicle mask. And then we go ahead and cut here as well, just a little bit though. It's not entirely like a Bionicle mask. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. Bionicles were cool though. I feel like they have lost kind of like the prestige that they have now that everybody has like forgotten what they are. This has been like years and years, but I don't want them to completely fall out of like the public consciousness. I feel like I have to do my part in helping people recognize it, if that makes sense. Okay, I guess I need to shave this down a little bit. Go for a little bit of shaving. We're trimming. I guess trimming is maybe the better term. Here we are. Oh, things are starting to fall apart too. It might just be like about that time anyway to like try to wrap things, because I am running out of space a little bit. Bit of a trimmer, I think so too. Going into the barbershop asking for a trim, they shave your head. It'll grow back, don't worry. Here we are. And then it's uncomfortable. The files are uncomfortable. Like I like it, but I don't know how I like consistently do this. I'm like pushing in on it. Kind of hurts a little bit, to be honest, because I have to get this stuff down to like make it look good. Okay. Also, like I think the Coke actually is starting to weigh me down now. So, you know, maybe per somebody's recommendation, we can slow down on that. But maybe I'll get one last one. I'm not sure. Okay. Gonna bounce. Thank you for stopping by, Dwiggett. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Where does this go? So this needs to go on top. It latches in somewhere. So I guess I just need to find that location, and then we should be good. Maybe if we stick it in here. Sorry if I'm building off screen, by the way. If I do this again, I will get it adjusted, just so it isn't near as bad as what this one is. There we are. Okay. We've got ourselves a little bit of a thigh, I believe. Let's do the same to the other. Get the thigh on. Get a little bit of a thigh on. Thigh on dragon. 2025. I guess we just continue trying to push it into like specific spots until it fits. That's all I can think of doing anyway. Okay. Maybe it's because this is kind of like split a little bit, so it's a little harder to get it in. You know what I mean? You see that? The split is probably, it's not flush, which is a little worrying. That might be something that I have to look at. I'd really rather not, though. If this would just work, I'd be ecstatic. I'm starting to see like the file shavings like entering into my hands. How big of a deal is that? Probably a lot, because it's just not going in. And it does split right there, and that's just definitely where like these guys need to go. So since it doesn't have that space, it can't actually go in. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We need to shave this down. I didn't realize that it had gotten that big. Longer, smooth swipes in one direction is better than back and forth? Really? Oh. That's like a whole different method. I'm going like the stuck in a prison cell trying to escape with nothing but a file and the spoon route. But turns out that that's just like the way worst way to do things. I think that should be like... No, we still need a little bit more. Let's go again. Round 2. Fortunately, there's not like a whole lot of room here to file that, which makes it a little bit more difficult. Maybe if I do it like this. Yeah, I think that works. We've got it like the popsicle stick is in the bag of Fun Dip. Then we go like that. And then you just swipe. In the bag, swipe. you take a little lick of this later. Okay, that should be good enough, I think. Hopefully. Let's put it in from here. I guess let me move that. Okay. I think it's closer, but maybe still not enough. We'll have to see in a second. It's just a shame that it's not actually like, oh, there we go. Okay, we're in. We're in. And then now, oh, okay. Sorry, my habit is getting in the way. We should be able to just attach this. Which way is the front? I guess it won't fit if it's not at the front, I assume. So probably this one is for this one. The face does point down, so it's definitely like this. It's just a little hard to get into this place. There we are. Clean attachment. Okay, that was easy. Now we do the same for the other side. It's easily clicked straight into place, symmetrical. I'm starting to lose focus, so I'm like losing like what words and stuff I even need to say. I think we're gonna stop the Gundam there. I do want to show some of the camera stuff because it actually is pretty funny. Not directly funny. We'll go ahead and just like pull that away. And man, let me grab the video capture. Then configure window or video. Where do I? Oh no, not the video. I don't think. No. Yeah, this is wrong. We right click here, and then we go to filters, color correction, and like from here, I can just go any color that I want. Like we go for the full green. We can make the well, that's the saturation. My bad. We can change the hue to whatever we want. We can probably make the Coca-Cola like, no, we can't. But, we make it a little bit more pink and stuff. Christmas mode? True. We could go Christmas mode. Red and green. Where is it at? There's pink, red. Hold on. Where's red at? There's red. But it's like a different color this time, probably because of the white balance. The contrast? No. But this is what it could look like. You've like come to a Baja Blast themed club. I say you do this randomly throughout streams to mess with the viewers' minds. This is just what it looks like normally. I don't know what you're talking about. Be like that, or it's like, oh, it must be on your end. Just quickly make a change while going for a sip. I really could. But that's really all I had to show. Just gaslight. No, I've not changed anything. You okay? That might be too far. Honestly, I think it would probably work for some too. I am going to wrap things up. I hope that this was entertaining. Let me know what could be changed, or like if this was entertaining at all. Was it boring? Did you enjoy any of it? But let me read names. I actually have more people to thank than usual this time. Thank you, Jury. Thank you, Umaru. Thank you, Toto. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Holland. Thank you, Pog. Thank you, Cyan. Thank you, Koi. Thank you, Cockster. Thank you, Royal. Thank you, Deceptions. Thank you, Psycho. Thank you, Dwigget. And thank you, Ginja. I believe that is everybody. I don't think that I missed anybody, but I apologize if I had. If anybody stopped by and just lurked or whatever, thank you as well. This was something new for me. It was kind of nerve-wracking a little bit. So I hope that it went well. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. I think it went decently well. I think I could have done a little better keeping up with my brain power towards the end, but I did feel kind of like I had exhausted my brain. I should have come with like a little bit more of a list of something. Thoroughly enjoyable, sir. Thank you, Ginja. It does mean a lot. Otherwise, I will be back on, what day is today? Today's Wednesday. I will be back on Friday with some kind of one-off. I'm debating whether it will be Katamari or not. Also, undecided what I'm gonna do for Sunday. I might start a little bit later because I do want to like participate in like Jury's membership stream before she like leaves for like 2 weeks, but I'll have to see how I want to schedule that out. Friday, maybe Katamari, maybe Balatro, maybe Mahjong. It's completely undecided. I'll come up with something by tomorrow and have that up. And then Sunday, one off. And then Monday, Wednesday will be Monday, Virtue's Last Reward. Wednesday, undecided on the series still. I'll try to have something chosen by Sunday. That way I can actually start saying like what I will be doing. It looks like you can kind of see like my bones through my hands in blue mode. Like I look kind of transparent, I think. Otherwise, that's all I have for today. Thank you everybody for coming by and having fun with me. Nasty? What do you mean nasty? It's not that bad. I'm just kind of like a fish. Do you remember the fish that Ghost sent me where you could see through the skin and he had his little brain in there and he had like a little smile on his face? Like, I wish that I had my like marker over here, my pen panel liner, because I could probably like draw the guy on my hand. He was like translucent, the double brain. That's because he's smart too. Those guys in the deep sea, they're probably smarter than you think. That's why they stay down there. They don't have a reason to come up and like see what we're doing because they're further ahead than we are. Either way, thank you. I will be back on Friday. And goodbye.